Welcome to the Fantasy Football Garage. I'm Chris the Candyman. You already know what time it is. Tonight, we're drafting best ball teams. If you're new to the channel, if you're watching this later, make sure you subscribe. I'm on a goal to get to 500 subscribers by the time the NFL season starts. And I'm excited to be drafting best ball teams all summer long with y'all. We're just getting started. And if you need any more convincing subscribers, possibly you. Additionally, let's take a look at what else we got cooking. Yeah, people to sub. You could be on the list. You could be crossed off the list. I don't know which one's better. We've also got the circle of trust. You're going to want to be in the circle of trust. Subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned. We're going to kick it to the intro. When we come back, we're jumping in a 20-second puppy tournament on Underdog. Let's get after it. But overall, it's like the guy can ball. Like, actions speak louder than words. What's going on, Dale? Bindles, Billy, Steve, the crew's all here. Let's not hesitate. Let's get right into it. A 20-second puppy. Let's go. Snap filled. I hope if you were getting in while I ran the intro, otherwise it'll go by quickly. And you guys can help me in the chat too. Looks like it's going to be one that we're drafting from the 6th spot. Probably, not my least favorite spot to draft from. Not a bad spot at all. While this draft gets started, I'm going to make a quick little chore. Be right back. Let me go. I'm going to draft from my phone, but I'm going to leave the board up. Be back in literally 15 seconds. There's a chance I don't even have to draft while I'm gone. Maybe I can make this pick real quick, but I've got it on my phone. I'm going to run a quick errand, 15 seconds. Just make sure I get into my active draft here. Okay, I've got it on my phone. I'm queued up. I'm going to let y'all look at the board. I'll be right back. And while I'm gone, let's throw on a little background music for you. Just something. Be right back. I'm back. Just in time. CeeDee Lamb, love it. I mean, I would have maybe considered Gibbs there if he was still there. Not surprised that he goes. Definitely in on CeeDee Lamb at 6. My 3rd overall ranked player. I go with the 3 wide receivers before I get into those 3 running backs. Those top tier guys. Doing good, Steve. Hope you're having a great night, my man. Hope your week's starting off good. Bindle's the captain now. Bindles, you should let me check something on that. Let me see what I can do. Let me see what I can do real quick. Bindles is gonna be a mod now. Bindles, you are the captain. You're in here. We got to get you back on the stream real soon. Saw you putting in the work. With all the stream you had this morning was really informative for me. A lot of good dynasty takes, a lot of good trade psychology. Big fan with the 40 chess. So CD Lamb, McConks feels good. Bucky, JT, Josh Jacobs. You really can't go wrong. I'm gonna go ahead and just do. I'm gonna do some Bucky. I feel like a Bucky team feels like this would be good. And it's a quick one. It's a 20-second clock. We're gonna take down this puppy, get right into another puppy right after. What up, Disbanded? Thanks for stopping by. We got the James Young, the River Rat. Is that what it is? It's the River Rat, right? The God, why can't I remember? Yes, the Bindles video with Adam. I know y'all have checked it out. Go check it out. I liked it a lot. Huron River Rat. There we go. Yep. Good stuff. A lot of good stuff. Oh, wait, what? I thought I posted that. I actually never hit post. Boom, hitting on Twitter. We're live. Appreciate y'all for getting the notification and coming out. Oh, Jesus. Okay, Century. See, I'm scatterbrained, but I'm going to get it figured out. I knew it. I know you're Century. God, and then another thing. I'm on the clock next, but I haven't set my overlay up on. You guys got to tell me these things. The overlay was off. Boom. I don't want to give up the illusion that we're not in the middle of space right now. We got to keep the illusion alive. We're somewhere in a distant galaxy, and we're not just sitting here in my office. So keep the illusion alive. Keep the overlay up. Rashi Rice. Guys, I did my ranks today, and I'm excited to share them. If you're subscribed to the YouTube channel, you can DM me on Twitter. If you don't have a Twitter, we can work something else out. You can let me know. But if you are a certified subscriber to the Fantasy Football Garage, not only do you get my ranks that I've worked on, my tiers, I've also built, and I'll share with you, a ranking and tiering tool that you can enter your own custom ranks. It's driven and compared to ADP. We'll look about. We can do little sneak previews. Bam. And sorry if it's so bright. Yes, it's a Google Sheet, but I am a professional modeler of these kind of things, the data, the analytics. It's all working. We can look at the Rams. We can look at the Bengals. We can switch and compare the Lions to the Bengals. We can load in our ADPs. We've got tiers and rankings, and it's all coming together. And I'm excited. I'm going to share that with y'all a little bit later, just a sneak preview. But that's something that I put together that I'm going to use for my drafts. It's more of a draft research tool. Helps me with my rankings, adjusting anytime any news comes out and I want to compare what's going on and then reset my ranks. But I want to share it with y'all too. If you're a subscriber to the channel, just a little cherry on top. If you're into those kind of things, if you like looking at data, if you like playing around and looking at ADP changes compared to ranks, I think it could be pretty fun. I put it together today real quick, and I'm going to keep building on it all summer. One of the things that I did heavily in each best ball season, I built out really robust spreadsheets. Daniels would be nice. Daniels would be nice here. Could do, maybe Hurts comes back around. I'm going to go ahead and take Daniels. Boom. I built out and I tracked ADP during the big board for all of the PGA best ball tournaments. I just tracking the ADP, setting my ranks, comparing it week over week to all the changes. So if you're into that kind of stuff too, we'll get into it later. Just a sneak preview. And without further ado, the player that is the most explosive quarterback is none other than Lamar Jackson. Y'all knew it already. The easiest one to guess. The second most explosive passer per play, most explosive rushing QB, most explosive plays from a QB that's rushing and passing. Number one overall, Mr. Lamar Jackson. He's my number one ranked quarterback in best ball for 2025. But, I don't want to ignore Josh Allen. I'm definitely going to be not going to fade Josh Allen. So, ADP wise, do what you got to do. Man, it's pouring outside right now. The rain has really picked up in the last couple minutes. Metcalf there for me. If I rank it by ADP, it's still Metcalf. So that's definitely where I'm going. I'm a big DK Metcalf fan. Calvin Ridley, also a great pick here. Looks like we're building out a nice little squad with Bucky, CeeDee Lamb, Rashee Rice, Jaden Daniels, DK Metcalf. We're on a 20-second puppy, and we're ripping along. Just catching up. What did Bindles say? You want to guess for a couple men? Bindles, I'm sending you the link. Sorry to keep you hanging. Let me DM you on Twitter right now. You can jump in here. Boom, sent. And then if you want to jump on, feel free. Always. James is the century. I'm getting it twisted. Because you Huron River Rat for like a week. That's a pretty big insult in parts where I'm from to call someone a Huron River Rat when they're really the century. That's a big mistake. I'll work on it. It's tough. When you got a different name in YouTube versus Underdog. We all do, but it's tough. Get Bindles in here real quick. Yeah. Bindles has been streaming a lot today, so we'll see if we can get him on. Yes. Yeah. Got to keep the beats up. I'm keeping them down right now, but maybe after this next pick, I might refresh just to take a look. I just re-uploaded my CSV to the best ball overlay, so I've got it working. I would have liked, if there's any chance that boom, and we're live with Bindles. How you doing, my man?
What's good, brother? I like that spreadsheet.
Oh, appreciate it. Yeah, I'm excited to get deeper into it, share it with the YouTube subs. We can check it out. It's just for processing information. It's just data. It's just a way to visualize it. Maybe look at ADPs, kind of things like that, trends, compare it to ranks. I think I'm going to go Ken Walker or maybe Quinshawn here. What do you think?
I'd go Walker for now.
Oh,
that's okay. I
fat fingered it. Then I got Quinshawn on that one. Boop.
Yeah, it's weird because we were BBG and Emo Tyler or Emo Cowboy were
Emo Tyler.
Emo Tyler. Well, it is Emo Tyler technically.
None other.
But they were debating earlier because Quinshawn fell to like 76 or something, and we took him.
Yeah.
Just kind of concerns about the Browns offense. And
so I want to talk about the Browns offense because I'm going to pull up real quick. I want to compare the Seattle Seahawks offensive line to the Browns offensive line. And I don't have a ton of metrics here, but I'm pulling up Mike Clay's positional rankings, and it takes me forever to find it because the font is so small. But let me see. Seahawks, he ranks them a 4 out of 10 for their O-line as a position group. He does rank their running back group as an 8, but there's 2 running backs there. And then the Browns, if I can find them, the Browns, he gives their O-line actually a 5 out of 10, so not much better, and their running back room a 7. So I say it's a wash.
Yeah, I think he's a good pick. I mean, I slightly lean Walker, but I think it's defensible either way.
So because I have DK, I don't know that I want Pickens, but I could do it. What do you think? Pickens, Reed, Diggs.
Range. Shit. What other wide receivers?
We got Pickens.
That's okay. Honestly, I don't hate it because there's trade outs and it's fine.
I'm not opposed because Pickens and DK can both just hit off of one catch for a huge touchdown, and so it's not like they can eat into each other's. They're not compilers. They're not just needing super high volume to go off in a week.
No, that's
So
a really good point. Yeah, I mean,
just one way to justify it.
yeah, BBG was saying earlier, like, do we think that this is kind of like the low point for both of their values? Like, we don't know what's happening with Rodgers, but
100%. That was
assuming
a
he
great
does
point. I did
sign,
hear that. Yeah.
yeah, I do kind of agree, because I mean, both these guys, we know they're talented, but obviously the situation with Arthur Smith and right now Mason Rudolph, not looking great, but whatever. I think it's cheap enough where you can make the bet. So yeah, shout out to Emo.
Yeah. Shout out Nemo. How you doing, my man? Appreciate y'all all being here. If I knew Bindles was gonna hop on, I would have done it 30 seconds so we could think through these picks, but we're just rapid firing them. But yeah, appreciate you jumping on, my man. You've had a big day of streaming. That was a great guest you had on earlier, and then you've been guesting on other streams as well. So very nice.
Thanks, brother. Yeah, no, I had a great time with Adam earlier. Yeah, I've been a huge fan of his for a while.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, we're back up on the clock here. So
we're good at running back. We could take Mika or Burden. We've got Bucky, so Mika to me kind of is interesting.
Yeah, I'm down for that for sure.
We could wait on Kelsey. I've ranked Kelsey pretty aggressively lately.
I like Egbuka. That would be my lead.
I'm down for that. And started off with Jaden Daniels. So guys, this is a 20-second puppy. We got a 1-2-5 build so far with Jaden Daniels, Bucky Quinshawn, CD Rice, Metcalf, and Pickens. We're leaning into the AFC North with the Judkins and then the Pittsburgh receivers. And then what Bindles and I were just saying is, they're sure to rise as soon as the QB situation solidifies, and maybe not too much because they're already fairly ranked nicely, but I think they're a little bit undervalued myself. I think you're on the mute there, Bindles.
DK, yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't really have much else to say. I was just going to say, like, I don't find myself taking a ton of Pickens because I kind of lean it more. The rookies were kind of pushed up a little bit more before. They were kind of one big grouping, and
that's right.
But I mean, yeah, he's a talented. He's still only 23, right, or something. He's super young still.
He is super young, wasn't he? He came into the league he was 20 years old, I think, one of the youngest receivers in like a long time, which you love to see. Dang, Travis Kelce goes there. I would have liked that pick. How can we play off Jaden Daniels? So far, we don't. That's the piece we haven't stacked. Obviously, there's a certain tight end later, maybe another running back we could get into, but it's hard in these mid ones. Do you like Jonnu?
Not particularly.
Higgins or Mason? I'll flip the ADP.
I like Higgins or Mason. I'll let you decide there. Why don't you? Yeah, let's
go
Mason.
I'm pretty bullish on Mason. I think he's going to keep rising.
I like that. I like that pick. Yeah, that's because I think we can go 5 RBs with this room possibly.
I think we could definitely. And actually, the receivers aren't in a bad spot. You just want to maybe by taking 2 Steelers, get one more extra wide receiver to cover the bye, or kind of just the fact that if the draft capital is fine. I think it's pretty good at receiver. We are going more of a late tight end build, but that's where we're gonna. Even if we did 2 tight ends, we could still grab 2 late that could work for this team. And then the QB situation wise, we don't really have the best outs for stacking, but we'll make it work.
That's okay. I mean, I think Daniels is a guy that can obviously have a huge spike week and not necessarily have another guy that goes absolutely bonkers. Like he could be spread out between a couple different guys, and he can still have a huge rushing game or whatever. So don't hate it. Yeah, that's it's weird with Daniels because I mean I like him in a vacuum, but it's kind of hard to backstack him. So yeah, that's
right.
Huron River Rat right there.
I know. What up, Jason? The Huron River Rat, not to be confused with James Young, the Century. Keon's been rising, and he didn't he had a decent amount of yards on not a lot of catches, but I guess because he didn't get any competition, maybe we talked about this last time, but he's been rising. I think he could continue to rise potentially. Just who else they're going to throw the ball to there? Do they spread it out to Palmer? Or, yeah, I think Elijah Moore's kind of dead. I heard people were dropping him in Dynasty.
I was. All right, here.
So by ADP, it's this group right here. I have Loveland ranked at the head of this. We don't really need Justin or Jordan Love.
Yeah,
Could be Sharbs.
I like Sharbs or Tootin here personally, unless there's a wide receiver that you really like.
No, we can push Loveland too. It's a slight value on him, but we won't need him for this team. You want to go Sharbs or Tootin?
Let's go Sharbs.
Okay.
I think, yeah, he's a little expensive for a pure contingent guy, but I think he could get standalone work, and maybe one of them gets traded. I don't know. I wouldn't. There's been a little bit of steam there. I'm not sure how founded it is, but
he was good when he got the spot starts with Ken Walker going down last season, and then we kind of made up for it. We took Quinshawn over Ken Walker, so it makes a full circle. We get Zach Charbonnet.
Yeah,
why not?
Bet against the guy we didn't take. That makes sense.
Yeah, just slightly. It's it's not the most extreme way to do it, but I think Zach Charbonnet. I guess it's the hesitation, but it's like we're in this range of the RB2s on any given team. Wow, and Jaden Blue goes 121. That's the earliest I've ever seen him go.
That's real early.
I mean, this is not necessarily get your guys range just yet. I think we're like a round or two away from there. I thought I was bullish on Jaden Blue during the pre-draft contest, the big board and things. I had him ranked about pick 200, and now of course he lands with the Cowboys. He just keeps rising. Is this a spot that you would go Prescott to finish out the CD stack, or do you want to grab Tootin?
Let's just grab Prescott, unless you think we can push him. Yeah,
let's go. Tootin would be nice for this one. We don't. And obviously, if he takes over that job, he'd be good on any team. But we don't need him to hit on this squad with the depth we build out at running back, especially with the last 2 picks.
Yeah, I think that's a good price for Dak, especially stacked. So,
and now we have one more out for tight end, where we've pushed tight end. It's round 12. We don't have a tight end yet. Obviously, Ferguson and Ertz are easy to get later. We'll see if we can pull something off.
Yeah, I would love that if that fell to us there. We see Tootin go the pick after us. Yeah.
That's a good point. Did y'all see Ian Harditz's tweets today about the fantasy points scored by? He put out the QBs and the running backs, and it was the breakdown from QBs passing versus rushing. The one that I honed in on was Lamar Jackson was a perfect about 75-25 split. I want to say, and I could pull it up, but I want to say Jaden Daniels was very close to that, if not almost the same, which was pretty appealing. So yeah, there's definitely. I think you're on mute there.
Yeah, you could. Sorry, it's been a long day.
No worries, brother.
My car was in the shop. I had to get my tires fixed, and then I was streaming for 4 hours, whatever. Yeah, let's go first.
Do you see this? Do you see this right here?
Yeah, dude.
The world's smallest violin for you.
Yeah, let's definitely go Ferguson.
I'm going to kick it over to ADP. Just give us a little price check. What else is available here? There's no way we could fit Lovin on this team.
No.
It's Hollywood, but it doesn't really fit. Obviously, someone's going to get a great value on Lovecraft.
I think it's Ferguson. I don't see anything worth passing up here. I think both Dak and Ferguson are pretty undervalued, so I'm good to take him, especially stacked up with CD. So,
yeah, I would agree. And then we can kind of be done with the Cowboys too. We don't have to get Tolbert. Obviously, we didn't get Blue, and I want to say Javonte.
He went right before. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, he went before Blue even. Are you starting to consider putting Blue ahead of Javonte?
I mean, this is right the range where we were taking Rico and Zeke last year, right?
And one of them paid off. One of them was a bust.
Yeah. I mean, I'd probably be betting on blue, honestly, because I just don't believe in Javonte, the talent.
Right.
So I mean, it's probably not as egregious as it seems. It's obviously we're pushing him up quickly, but
Should we
yeah, I don't
go
know.
ahead and grab Ertz here, or do you want to push him and consider something else?
What's his ADP? 164.
Yeah, and pick 150.
I would kind of like.
We
I
could go
kind of feel
Algier
like
or White.
yeah, let's go Algier or White. If you have a lean there, I'm good with
So
either
we've
one.
got Bucky. Do you want to take Algier?
Yeah, let's go Algier. Yeah, that makes sense.
I think that works.
I was gonna say because I mean, obviously it would be nice to have some stack with Jaden Daniels, but I'm not sure I care that much to take him above ADP. And I like Algier personally. I think he's a
We don't
really
gotta
good.
force it
Yeah.
at all. And then I was gonna check my ranks here. Just a quick sorry for the blinding light, guys, but my current ranks, I've got Jaden Blue ranked 154 and Javonte 140. I might need to adjust that. They're both kind of moving up, and I think I agree with Bindles. If there's a flippening that's gonna happen, maybe get ahead of it and just start drafting Blue and fading Javonte already.
Yeah, I mean, I think, yeah, obviously Dak wasn't healthy last year, but if he's healthy, if him and CD are healthy, it's going to be a valuable fantasy offense. And Dak does throw to running backs actually. So,
Yep. No doubt. It's funny when you look at Dak Prescott year over year, he's just like a roller coaster. Injuries, runner up for MVP, injuries, and they haven't really, until this last NFL draft, they hadn't done a lot to reinforce the O-line. So at least they're moving in the right direction with that regard. You could argue it's a better investment than taking the early running back for Dak. They already paid him so much, so you might as well protect him.
Yeah, I'm a Dak apologist, so I'm definitely in. I've been buying him in Dynasty as well. He goes pretty late now.
I think he's a steal in Dynasty.
He goes like 5th round, which is just
Right.
absolutely wild to me. Yeah, I forget. Jacob Sanderson always talks about the Dak cycle. You buy him when he's cheap, and then you sell him when he shoots up to like 2nd round or whatever, like early
like that,
3rd
yeah.
round value. Yeah, I think we go Ertz. Don't.
Fingers crossed. Yeah. Nate's got 2 tight ends. I think it's going to work out for us. He grabs Tolbert right from under our nose, but that's honestly better.
I would rather have Ertz, on this team.
And we're going to have to hit the wide receiver group hard to finish this one out. We're in a good spot, though. I love going 5 through the first 100 picks, especially, 4 through the first 75 picks kind of range. But then bimodal kind of wide receiver, a lot early, a little bit late.
Yeah, no, I really like that. Yeah, I think we're fine, right? I feel good at running back, good at quarterback, pretty good at tight end. So yeah, we can just hammer receivers to close out the draft. And yeah, I like this team.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm honestly good with 2 tight end. Let's just leave room for around 17 or 18 surprise.
Yeah.
And then I'm good with the 5 running backs, but what are you thinking about Eckler? I heard him come up a lot. I think it was actually on Best Ball Breakfast this morning, the Eckler conversations.
Yeah, I didn't get to tune in this morning because I was busy, but no, I mean, I think he's a fine pick. They don't have really anyone else there, and B-Rob is fine.
Did you hear the trade rumor on B-Rob?
No.
Apparently they're potentially shopping B-Rob right now.
Sheesh. Well, I got to up my bids on Ja'Cory Krosky Merritt then.
I know that was the comment. It was a Roto World blurb, and they literally mentioned Ja'Cory Merritt, and then Eckler goes, of course. So not too surprised. I'm gonna go to ADP.
Receiver.
I don't love Wandale, but we do have a little bit of NFC.
I don't mind it. Just pull up receiver just so we can quickly if there's.
And then these are my ranks. I've got Pat Bryant aggressively ranked.
Let's go Wandale.
Yeah, I'm fine with Wandale.
If he can cover off for the rookie Igbuka, yeah, I think he's fine here. I mean, he got 140 targets last year. Probably won't repeat again, but I mean, I still think this late, if he gives you a couple spike weeks, volume, while it is volume based spike weeks, I mean, it's still
True.
can fill out your lineup. So it's probably not like a huge like 20 pointer, but if it's, I don't know what you qualify a spike week, like 15 maybe he can hit that. Like
I agree. There is something to be said about the volume spike weeks. Of course, one of my guiding philosophies in best ball is draft for players who are efficient and are good, and then hope that they somehow also stumble into more volume, and then you're getting the compounding efficient and more volume is the highest ceiling versus just a volume play who's not efficient. How much higher can the volume go? It can, there's a cap there. I was talking to PPR Tyler last night before the power went out on his end, and I was kind of asking him like, what do you call a receiver that has like 100+ targets but never scores more than like 9 or 10 half PPR points in a given week for an entire season? And the answer is it's pretty much Wandale or Shakir. But
pretty much, yeah.
But it's funny because Khalil Shakir goes so high. And I'm like, in a half PPR format like this, I get that he's on the high-powered Bills, but I can't really justify his price tag, in just my humble opinion.
Yeah, I've never been a Shakir guy. In Dynasty, it's one thing. Even Dynasty, though, he's so expensive. Like, he's basically going to score the same or probably even worse than like Jacoby Myers, but he goes whatever, 3 rounds early or something. Okay, what receivers do we own here? Yeah, talk me about Pat Bryant in your 15 seconds or 20 seconds.
He's a good run blocker, so that's going to get him on the field in his new offense with the Broncos. Sean Payton, they're going to look to run the ball. Obviously, with Harvey investment, he can block well. Mims is pretty disappointing, I would say, even though he spikes somewhat. I don't think they like what they've gotten out of Mims. Sutton's aging. But Dobbins, I think, is another interesting pick if we did stumble into running back. I was kind of getting sold on Dobbins. We'll do Pat Bryant. Just we didn't really take a lot of rookies except for Egbuka.
Yeah, I mean, if you have a strong take, I don't have a strong take one way or the other. I can be swayed either way, so I'm open to it.
It's the ninth inning. Let's just it's the eighth inning, maybe the eighth or ninth inning. Let's just put in a little upside pick, someone to come close this out. Yeah. The part on Dobbins was actually pretty explosive last season and did well. Of course, the Chargers are a large part of that in the rushing success, but how could Dobbins, unless he doesn't play, how could he not rise above where he's going right now?
Yeah, I mean, unless
I've never been a big Dobbins guy either.
No, this is really cheap for Dobbins, right? Like he's going next to DJ Giddens, we're assuming
he's going next to DeAndre Hopkins, who is dust.
Dude, I don't think I will ever draft another DeAndre Hopkins share. I'm even stacked. I just don't.
Sad.
I can't see it. But yeah, great career. But no, I think Dobbins is a good pick. I mean, yeah, Jarquez Hunter, I like him, but could be the RB3, right? I like Lloyd as well. But yeah, I think if Dobbins makes it to us, I'm definitely fine to buy that. Okay, yeah, let's do it. We're talking him up.
I think it's a fair pick.
It's just too cheap. I mean, it's just too cheap. Like
it's too cheap. We got him 10 picks after ADP. Not that ADP is like a concern in the last round, but draft capital wise, it's all the same, right? $1 auction bid. I just think that we'll see. Maybe he ends up. There's not that many landing spots. Do you have any kind of sense? Have you been thinking about potential landing spots? I mean, Cowboys would be
pretty nice. Yeah. I mean, someone mentioned Chicago earlier.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, we're always, of course, we're going to the teams where we want them to go. But no, I mean, I think he's good. He's not like the player he was before the injuries.
Mm-hmm.
But I still think he's a solid running back. And yeah, this is the range where it's like these guys, Brashard Smith could not make the team. Like Ollie Gordon was a 7th round pick, right? So like
he was
like these guys are very, very, very ambiguous and long shots anyways. I think Dobbins, at least when he played last year, he was good. So willing to take that shot here. And like, yeah, at a certain point, you just gotta bite the bullet there. Someone taking Ja'Cory Cross-Merritt there.
Interesting. We talked him up and then just telepathically how knew to draft him. Not that we would have, but let's take a look. So we got a really nice team here, well stacked up, super strong up front and receiver. We probably do want that one more wideout. Unless, are there any tight ends here that really just do it for you?
What are we at, 7? I like Jawan.
I do too, actually. I think he's super undervalued. I have him ranked pretty high.
Yeah, so the real question is, are there any receivers that we're really jazzed about? Not really. I don't mind Torrey Horton.
I'll do it. I haven't clicked him yet. You want to go Horton?
Yeah. Let's take this. Let's take the shot with Horton.
That's fun. I love Horton. I watched him a little bit at Colorado State. There was a game where they played Texas. And I don't miss Texas games, so if you end up being an opponent of the Longhorns, I'll watch a little bit of you. And I was always impressed with Horton and what he was doing until the injury, of course. I think it's a long shot for him to do too much in the early season, but eventually, who knows what goes on at the end of the season for the Seahawks. I'm starting to be a little bit afraid of the Seahawks. I don't mind taking, their skill position players, but I haven't been taking a lot of Sam Darnold, and I just worry that they're moving in the wrong direction as a team.
No, absolutely. I just don't trust in Sam Darnold, the talent. So, especially with a bad O-line, them drafting Milroe, I think Milroe's probably going to get a shot at the end of the season, which, yeah, it's probably not great for the pass catchers, but I don't know. I think Horton is just kind of a bet against Cooper Kupp and him being healthy. So he was 3rd round pick. So, I mean, it's not nothing. And I think he can be kind of like, if they're running a pretty run heavy offense, JSN's kind of the middle of the field, short target type guy, and Horton could be kind of the field stretcher. So yeah,
no doubt.
I don't know. Maybe we should have went Jawan there. I don't know. I'm now in hindsight, I'm probably wishing I would have
thinking Jawan just for the depth.
Yeah, but I don't know. We were a little thin at receiver, so I don't know. It's a tough decision there. Yeah.
I'm gonna share the window. I was just sorry about the technical stuff going on. I don't know if that's any better. I don't know. I went from sharing the whole screen to just the window, but I don't think it makes a difference.
Oh, it looks fine to me.
Yeah, it's a little small, but let's do a quick team review. Appreciate you for jumping on as well. Bindles, you're always welcome anytime you want to hop on and draft.
My beautiful girlfriend is working late tonight, so
is that right?
I have just been streaming all day. So, I mean, yeah, nothing else to do. I'm just sitting here. So I figured if you will have me, I would always love to come on. So yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, and you don't have to hop off either. If you want to do another one, we can rip one again.
I might have to go at some point, but I mean, I'm fine to stay for a little bit. Yeah.
Very cool. Quick review on this one, and then I don't think anyone made it into this draft. It's not filled, so we'll hop right into another one in literally 30 seconds. So get ready for another. I'm thinking 20-second puppy. I kind of want to rip some drafts tonight and just keep it going.
Yeah, brother.
This is a 2682 Jaden Daniels, Dak Prescott. We didn't have Terry McLaurin, so we had to make it work, and let's see how we did it. You go Bucky and Quinshawn, little sophomore rookie combination. Jordan Mason, I'm pretty bullish on, so I'll keep drafting him. Sharbs, a pick that the Bindles helped get me onto. I think we both agree on Algiers upside. And then Dobbins, why not? Yeah, Tyler was actually listing out some nice landing spots. The Dallas, Chicago, Cincy, KC, Miami. All of those probably except for Miami sound nice to me. But definitely. Yo, what up, Al Boog? How you doing?
Dallas, KC. Even honestly, Miami, it'd probably be a little messy there, obviously, with Wright. But I mean, Wright and Gordon.
Oh, I'm out on Wright. I'm out. I don't even know if I have him ranked. If I do, it's super low.
Yeah, Wright and Gordon are not proven things at all. So
no. There's a little conversation going on. Tyler was a part of it on Twitter today, where it was like, and I think Pat was too. Is Alexander Madison standing in the way of Ollie Gordon and Jalen Wright doing anything in fantasy?
You know what? It's funny. I was going through dynasty waivers, and I dropped Madison in a few leagues, and I've also seen him dropped. And I kind of was thinking through that. I'm like, I mean, we were drafted. I know Madison isn't anything special, but he's been a serviceable NFL player. We were drafting him in the 110s and 120s for years and years and years behind Dalvin Cook. I know.
And do you remember? I don't think it was last year. I think it was the year before in best ball. He was like a pick 60 or something overall.
Oh yeah, I remember that was crazy
When he was on the Vikings, and it was Dalvin Cook gone.
Yeah, I did a stream with Justin Herzig 2 years ago in August. He'll jump on. He'll be like, "Yeah, anybody with the podcast or stream, I'll jump on with you." So I did a stream.
Right, I remember that
2 years ago, and yeah, he made me take Alexander Madison pick 60, and I was just like, "All right, I don't know."
You should send him a screenshot of that like annually, just as a reminder. No, no, I'm just kidding. Okay, so CeeDee Lamb, Rashee Rice, who I'm excited about, going to keep drafting him. We did a Metcalf Pickens team, which I've done before, but I mean, it's a little ballsy. Igbuka, Wandale, Pat, Bryant, Torrey Horton, and then we have the 2 stacked tight ends to go along with it. Let's get back into another puppy. You guys are waiting for it. If you want to get in on this one, not PGA, it's going to be a 20-second puppy. Or I'll throw up to Bindles. Bindles, would you prefer a 30-second, or are you cool with 20?
I like 20. Let's run it. That's okay.
Right,
we're warmed up now. Or the juices are flowing, the blood is flowing. Our brains are doing better now. So we'll be fine.
It literally snap filled. That's the second time it's snap filled tonight. I apologize if you were trying to get on that one. I know there's a slight delay in the stream, but yeah, no one got in. So this is, hey, y'all in the chat can help us out on this one. And if you are in this one, let me know. Shout out your underdog username. Appreciate y'all being here. Manungai. He could be. Hartman's here. Hartman's a fan. Yeah. I got started a little early tonight, and it doesn't hurt because I always stream pretty late anyways. So it's always good to start early. It means we can go extra long. I just plan on being here drafting, feeling pretty good. Got a little bit of luck on this one. We're in the 2 spot.
Your quote earlier made me think. Have you ever seen that Arnold Schwarzenegger video where he has a cigar and he's like, "We're men, we're ballsy, like we don't take no shit." It's, oh my god, you
haven't. It's one of his classic movies, probably like an 80s, 90s movie.
No, it's just some like random like video
Jefferson
of him.
Or Saquon.
Ooh. Let's go Jefferson, I think. Jefferson or CeeDee.
I haven't taken Saquon yet. 2 years in a row. No Saquon.
Dude, I just can't. I don't know. Maybe I'm the fish. I just can't. I can't do it. I don't know. It just, I don't know. Structurally, I don't like to do it, especially from this turn. But I don't know. Maybe I'll have to mix him in. I'm not doing any drafting myself, but
I got to mix him in too.
Here, I gotta pull this.
Robin Hood Men in Tights. Is that what it's from? Because I've seen that, but it's just been a while.
Is it from that? I don't think it is. Let me see.
I unfortunately saw that movie when I was too young, and half the jokes went over my head, and I haven't watched it in a long time. So I remember it being just very comedic. Genty at 5 there, you know.
Dude, Genty is like, it's so hard for me because like I could justify Genty so early. I see the other side of it, but I don't know. It's hard. I just, it's the same thing we were just talking about. I like taking the receiver and because I like the running back values later, but
right,
definitely want to mix them in.
Let's do something interesting here. I'm going to refresh. Fingers crossed it doesn't crash. I had a lot of problems with the Chrome browser and Underdog during the big board season, and I hit him up on the Discord for tech support, trying to, help me help you kind of thing. And it took about 2 or 3 weeks before the errors stopped happening. So it's been good since then. I just wanted to pull up the best ball overlay, take a look at Justin Jefferson. I uploaded my CSV an hour ago. This is current. I've taken Justin Jefferson, and obviously this is 2 puppies and 1 BBM. I've taken him with Lamar pretty often. I guess obviously I'm a Lamar bull right now. I told you I have him ranked as my QB1, but I guess I wouldn't have thought that only McCarthy once. Wait a second, 33. How does that make sense? Maybe it's just a lot more puppies then and not a BBM.
Yeah.
Which is even more interesting because how does Lamar Jackson get in there? That's like 6 puppies.
Yeah.
This math is not mathing, but I'm not going to argue. So, yeah. Appreciate y'all all being here in the chat. drafting with us. It's a 20-second puppy. I've lost count, but I haven't done a whole ton. I've been doing it mostly on stream. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Make sure you're subscribed to BINDLES' channel as well. I know you already are, but just give the guy some love. Appreciate him coming on today. He's been streaming all day long, getting one more draft in, 2 more drafts in with me. So it's going to be good. It's going to be good. We're at the 2 spot. It could be Bucky again. It could be Josh Jacobs. Could be T or Rashi.
Let's go T.
I like it. The approach in my mind is there's going to be a lot of teams with T. Higgins and Jamar Chase. There's going to be teams with T and Jefferson as well, but it just gives you a little bit of leverage against the 1 spot. And then I'm in on Jacobs.
Yeah, I like it.
You think it's a good pick?
Let's go Rashi.
Rashi, I'm down for that as well.
I'm trying to get as much Rashi as I can. Him or Wilson, but let's go Rashi. We're gonna.
Because I don't think Josh Jacobs is going anywhere, and Rashi could be literally the 20th pick. Would you take Rashi fully healthy over Ladd?
Personally, yeah, I would probably have them like back to back. I'm being completely honest.
I mean, he could get there, right? He can definitely get there. He could jump T or Marvin Harrison, no doubt. Marvin Harrison goes pretty early in this room, in my opinion. I think I'm in on elite tight end. I'm getting a little bit skeptical of Trey McBride the more I've thought about it, that he's not just a compiler. He's not that explosive. If Kyler Murray is doing more with his legs and less with his arm, big concerns, kind of red flags. And if Marvin Harrison takes a leap forward and becomes a little bit more dangerous and, commands more targets, I guess is what I'm saying, then Trey McBride, he's volume dependent. He starts to go downhill quickly. And I'm starting to think I didn't do it, but I considered putting Trey McBride and George Kittle in the same tier. I didn't do it. I kept McBride in tier 1 with Brock Bowers. I'm pretty sure that's what I did. And I have Kittle in his own tier right now.
That makes sense. Yeah. I mean, I think it's pretty close obviously the age and just, not like Kittle has really been falling off at all, but just obviously like the 7-year age difference, you give slight credence to that. But I think they're pretty close to 50-50 to outscore one another. So
I've got Kittle ranked at 43 in tier 2 for tight ends. His ADP is 50. And then McBride, I've got ranked at 23. His ADP is 22. I got him in tier 1. But not so far off. But I just think, give me some of that Kittle. He's just a good pick. Yeah. The 49ers are a better team than the Cardinals too. And I would say Purdy's a better quarterback than Kyler Murray. Maybe in real life, but in fantasy it's close.
Yeah.
Rice over AJ, says Albo. That's pretty aggressive. I know you were here last night when we did Who's That wide receiver to find out that AJ Brown was the number 1 receiver in 2024 in explosiveness per play. He was number 1. And then tonight, the grand reveal was Lamar Jackson being number 1 as QB. There's no surprise there. Among all QBs, he's number 2 in passing, number 1 in explosive rushing per play, and had 93 explosive plays, number 1 in that. Just as something that we've been doing, Bindles. I don't know if you've caught a little bit of this, but I don't know. I've been leaning into it the last 3 or 4 days. It's really fun. It's something I do is I ask the chat, how explosive is that player after we draft him or when we have the selection coming up? And then we try to adjust our priors. Sometimes you think a player is really explosive, like a Xavier Worthy, and then you look him up in the player profiler and you find out that he's actually not explosive at all.
No, that's a good bit. That's a good bit. I like it.
Just a little
challenges your biases. We're talking up
Kittle, Mixon, JMO.
Let's go Kittle.
Yes. I need more Kittle, and then I don't even know if I've drafted Purdy yet.
Oh, well, you might be able to tack on.
I have a little bit, I guess. Later. I've drafted a little bit of Purdy. And then we're going to pick again real quick. I think we also were kind of aware of Swamp Donkey 9 and what he's doing. His team right now is a Bucky, Jamar Chase, Hill. So he takes JMO. I wish if JMO would have come back around, that would have been sweet.
Yeah, do we just take Hurts here if he falls to us?
We could do Hurts. We could do Burrow. Mixon, obviously, I'm a fan of, but I know some people are a little bit cooler on Mixon.
I just hate this Burrow price.
The Jalen Hurts could be QB1. I'm down to grab Hurts here.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how the hell we're gonna. I guess you just don't stack them. I mean,
you don't need to stack them.
Yeah, you don't need to stack them.
Did you see you saw it. Ian Hartitz had the split, right? Jalen Hurts was 55% passing, 45% rushing. He was the highest, except for I want to say Anthony Richardson, who's just not good enough to hold down the starting gig anyways.
Learn CFL, buddy. Yeah.
I would hope. So I want to show you something that might interest you. This is Lamar Jackson's profile, right? And if I don't know if I zoom in, if it will get any bigger. Let me just try one time. It's a little better. That's a little better.
Fine.
Okay.
It's fine.
Let's go up here since we're on the turn. We have some time. I want to show y'all Anthony Richardson. Because I know what it is, but Bindles, is Anthony Richardson explosive?
I don't think he really had any like explosive runs, so I would say probably not.
Bindles, I think Anthony Richardson is the textbook definition of explosive. Think of Alec Pierce. Look at this guy. He's number 11 in passing, which not great. It could be better. Number 6 in rushing. You're right, though. He didn't have a ton of explosive plays because he got benched. But in 11 games, he had 51 explosive plays.
So 5 a game.
That's 5 per game. Look what Lamar had. Lamar in 17 had 93. That's kind of tough math, but that's. Let me do it real quick on my phone. What would be 93 divided by 17, right? It's 5.4, 5.5. Oh, so he's close. Not as good as Lamar, but who is?
No, I mean, I guess that is what he does. It's long.
Isn't it a tough game? It's a really hard game.
Yeah.
Not to put you on the spot.
I guess it's weird though, because like I feel like he doesn't. It's weird because I almost feel like it's all passes. Like I guess maybe I don't know what it was. Is his explosive play 20 yards? Is that what it is? 15 yards?
For passes, it was passes over 20 yards. Correct. Yeah. And then rushing over 10 yards. I think.
Okay. If it's rushes over 10, okay, then that makes more sense. Okay. I didn't know what the criteria was. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, this is a made up metric. It's interesting. It's not the end all be all. And then the EPX is per play. And then this is, of course, just the total plays. So you have to kind of adjust that to the games played in your head. And then this is the composite of, I believe, these two. I don't know if the third one is in there.
Okay.
I don't think it is, because a lot of the guys who missed games like AJ Brown are still number 1 in their category.
Nice. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to hop after these 2 picks, so I'll stay on for the turn, and then I will let you man the ship alone in this best ball summer ocean.
Oh, we'll make it work. Appreciate you coming on, Bindles. Everyone in the chat, give Bindles a hand. He's been streaming all day long. Make sure you're sub to his channel. And this is a good looking squad. The last team, I think, turned out pretty nicely. I think this one is off to a great start. Can we grab some value at the running back position, or do we go with a true 0 RB build? We've got our elite tight end, our elite QB. I think we're primed to potentially build this one around a 0 RB, a true 0 RB, and then Bindles will hop off and I'll try to land it. What do you think?
Let's see what falls to us here. I'm open to kind of just seeing how the board falls to us here.
I'm going to do a quick refresh, and then we're only 1 pick away, but we'll be on the clock when we get back. It was based on ADP. Obviously, we don't want Laporta. I'm going to get rid of the tight end spot, and I don't think we need to look at QBs either. So this is by ADP. It's Connor, Montgomery, Caleb. By my ranks, it's Connor or Pickens.
Yeah, I like Connor.
You Connor? Yeah.
And
Connor can be an anchor. He can be a late anchor.
And then receiver, I like Pickens. Did Pierce all go? We have the San Fran thing. I don't know if that matters to you, or I don't mind Jaden Reed either. So
If you want to get me off Pickens, I'll take Jaden Reed. I'm
Okay.
a hard fade on Pearsall. I've got him ranked 20 spots behind ADP.
Okay. No, I mean, that's fair.
But I'm also I think what you said is right though. Like if you're going to get Pearsall, do it on a team where you're already going with the 49ers and just hoping that they are just killing it, crushing it all season long. I need to get on some Reed though. I don't have any Reed either is the thing. So I'm happy to pivot to that.
I think it was just a weird year. Like he was injured a little bit. The Packers were just so run heavy. I think I don't think the Jordan Love injury has a lot to do with that. And I just still think he's good. It's obviously he's not like a full-time player, but like we really care about spike weeks, and I still feel like Reed can give you those. Yeah, we could have taken Ayuk there as well. He's been getting some Jeff Mueller, the injury guy on Twitter, was saying that seems like Ayuk is looking pretty good. So that might be a value as well, especially. But yeah, no, I just think the hate on Reed has gone a little too far. I think this is a fine range. I think with like Pickens is very boom bust as well, right? Like Ayuk is coming off the injury. Definitely not taking Cup there. And then you have the rookies, which I like the rookies as well. But
I would agree with everything you said there.
All right, brother. You have a great rest of your stream. Have a good night, and ship this thing.
I'll put you down on both of these. You got some equity in these puppies, and I'll be sending you a big check in about, 8 months.
We can only hope, brother.
See you soon.
Right, have a good one.
Later. And then it was just one on the ship, sailing into the dark waters of a 20-second puppy. Chat, can we pull it off? You guys going to help me land this one? Hit the overlay back up. Boom. Seamless transition. We did check Daniel Jones, Al, and he is embarrassing. Never draft Daniel Jones in fantasy. I made that mistake last year. He was I don't even want to say it. He was my third highest owned QB exposure in the big board, in the Best Ball Mania. And I got hosed on that one. Let me get rid of that. Boom. Yeah, we're going to land this one. What's up, Lalsimo? How you doing? Lalsimo, I was randomly looking through a stream I did like a year ago during BBM 5, and you were in one of those rooms. I don't know if you're in the chat back then, but thought it was funny. I recognize the name again. So appreciate you being here. Hope you're doing good, my man. Pearsall's a Bindles guy. Be careful. I know I'm trying not to crush everyone's dreams, but I am trying to adjust our priors and got to have my own takes too. But yeah, no, Bindles is real sharp. Appreciate him being on. And I'm on the clock. Could be Travis Kelce. I don't need him. Could be Fields and then just go double rushing QB. Higgins would be nice on this room. B-Rob is there. I'm going to go B-Rob on this one. Let me refresh it. Let's go. B-Rob, maybe he gets traded. Maybe he's still on Washington. Not my favorite running back. Apparently, I've been taking him a bunch, though. Continues to rise. Felt like a decent spot to get running back. And then he goes Nick's Kelce. I wouldn't have taken Kelce that, I have Kittle. So to me, Fields here, although I can't really stack him. But is there anything else I need? Higgins. Get it. Yeah. I'm going to go Higgins. I want some more firepower. I think he's going to continue to rise. I'll push on Fields, considering obviously I've got Hurts, and I last second realized I was in the 9th round, and it just doesn't make sense to go Fields this early with a Jamar with the Hurts team. I almost said Jamar Chase team. We have Justin Jefferson on this team. Catch up with y'all. Yeah, later, Bindles, the man. QBs matter. One real time. What's up, brother? How you doing? Appreciate you being here. What tab? I missed it. Vegas has Niners winning 10. Seems tough to fit any Niner. Yo, Joshua, what up? Appreciate you being here. I know you're in here last night too. Hope you're having a good night, my man. Yeah, so we'll get into that. We'll get into that. I can use my new tool that I built to adjust our priors a little bit. I'm sorry it's so bright. You should be able to see it. I can adjust my head size real quick. Put myself. Oh, that doesn't do it. That's a little bit better. This is a tool I built today. Shows us ADP, positional rank, the round they get drafted in, the draft capital according to one and only Michael Leone. Just rough estimate draft capital. The percent of draft capital would be 100% would be the first pick. So the first pick is McCaffrey that gets drafted as a 49er. It's about 89% of the draft capital that you would get if you drafted Jamar Chase. In round 7, there's Pearsall and Ayuk that's highlighting if there's any overlap in rounds, what tier they are in based on ADP, positional tiers, my rank compared to ADP, my tier compared to that tier. And then if I'm fading them, it'll automatically show up here based on the little formulas. I have Pearsall ranked 95. He goes at 75. I have him in tier 6 wide receiver. He's by ADP in tier 5. So I'm fading Pearsall. I was going to check the board. The reason why, you've got Ayuk in round 7, Pearsall in round 7, Jennings in round 6, McCaffrey in round 2, Kittle in round 5. They're not all going to hit. They can't. If McCaffrey's good, if Kittle's good, you're talking about Pearsall being 4th or 5th in targets, and he wasn't that good last season. He was good in the fantasy playoffs, but that's a little bit of a recency bias. And then, dang, I should have hidden that comment. So I hope y'all could see all that. But just a quick overview of my Pearsall position. Close the tab. No idea what that means. Not sure what that means. Shadow Pilot. B-Rob is the last guy left in that tier a lot of times. Yeah, I can check. I'm going to make a pick here. Purdy coming back would have been nice. What I would have done that, I've got an out to stack with Love, or there goes McCarthy, right? I can still get Love or Stroud. Might take one of them here. Throw in Love, and then what other Packers are right here? It would be Kraft is in this range. That could work out. I could take a running back. Another Charbonnet team. I'm going to go Love. On purpose, I did that. Oh, I was scared that Swamp Donkey was going to take Kraft. If I take Kraft, I'm done at tight end with these two. And I like Tucker Kraft. I've got Jaden Reed. I've got Tucker Kraft. I'm double stacked with the Packers. Done at QB. Done at tight end. Time to hammer running backs. Get some value. This one's looking good. It's a 20-second puppy. We're flying through this one. And let me catch up with y'all. Oh, the tab showing Daniel Jones. Close the tab. Al, you almost gave me a heart attack. When you say close the tab and I'm live streaming and I don't even know what I'm doing half the time, you almost gave me a heart attack. I thought my bank statement was showing for a second there. Yeah, I just caught that. Just caught that one. Appreciate y'all all for being here. Let me go ahead and pitch y'all on this idea. I've been, here's the board. Here's me. Remove the board. Remove the overlay. I want to pitch y'all on an idea. If you're new here, if you haven't been in the stream before, if you're going to draft best ball teams with anyone all summer, why not here? Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Possibly you. I have a 500 subscriber goal. I want to hit it by the time week 1 rolls around. I think we can do it. We've got momentum if you believe in that. And it's real fun. We're going to be drafting all summer long. Best ball teams, best ball manias, you name it. Can't wait for the schedule drop. Going to have great guests on all the time. You never knew who's going to pop in. Bindles popped in. We had PPR Tyler for half of a thunderstorm last night. And who knows who could be next? Maybe even you. You could get off the list or on the list. If I don't know if you want to be on this list, but sub to the channel, join the circle of trust. Back to your scheduled programming. Got to fix the overlays for a sec. I got to figure out how to do a smoother transition. I think what I could also do is build in one of my highlight clips to share with y'all while I finagle around all that stuff. Yeah, get in the circle of trust. Disbanded is not new. He's everywhere. You see him. He's a chat rat, but appreciate you being here, all of you chat rats. I am one of you. And we're going to be drafting all summer. So it's going to be a good time. And also, I love it when we have people in here who aren't just best ball hardos. There's been a couple people who have come in the last few nights that we've been streaming, if you've noticed. Some people who are new to best ball. We're taking them in. We're answering their questions. We're giving them a handshake and pointing them at Underdog, and use deposit code Candyman for $50 match. End of sales pitch. Do I want to throw on? I mean, who would look good at the end of this team? How many picks? We have, it must be 6 rounds left. 7 rounds left, actually. How are we going to land this one? Coming up on pick 140. 143. I don't need Stroud. I'm going to ignore tight end and QB the rest of the way out. Let's just look at the running backs based on my ranks. Could go with White. Could take Knoll and double dip on the Texans rookies. I've got a lot of Algier. I don't think that's going to change. Ray Davis might be a nice, different way to go. What do y'all think? Rashad White. We're due for a running back. I don't even think Rashad White's that good. I think Bucky could take the workhorse role, but Rashad White's big. He's a little bit faster than Bucky. He's a little bit better at catching the ball. So maybe there's a role for him. I don't know if I trust Romeo Doubs to draft him here. ADP-wise, McMillan is there. I think he's a falling knife. Don't try to catch him. Jaden Blue's interesting. You're my boy, Blue. And Knoll or Blue? Knoll's kind of fun. Maybe these are the Texans you need. The flip side was I'm going to almost certainly have an unstacked Jalen Hurts by taking Kraft over even considering ever going Goddard, who wasn't there anyways. But do y'all draft any Eagles past Goddard, or do you kind of call it quits? Because I kind of call it quits. Obviously, Shipley, I didn't really mean him. I'm talking more about Dotson. I think I drafted Johnny Wilson last year on one of my poodles that Min cashed in the finals. There's like a Johnny Wilson as my wide receiver 7 or 8 on that. It was pretty appalling, but things happen during drafts in May. Blue, yeah, there's maybe next time. I think you're right. I could have gone Blue there. It would have been kind of nice. 148, 146. Those days of him going past 150 are probably close to over. We're on the never D-hop train. I agree. Yeah, Bindles, appreciate you, my man. Have a great rest of your night. See you soon. Hardman got a couple Dotson shares in 20 rounds, but not 18. I was there with you. drafting Dotson in the 20th rounds. Not this time. I agree. What do you think, Thad, if I can call you that? What do you think about Dobbins landing in Dallas? I don't know if you were here when Emo was throwing out some questions for Bindles and I at the end of the last draft. We ended up getting Dobbins at pick 198 in the previous draft. He could land in Dallas. It's a messy situation. That could be interesting. What is Josh up to? Sanders. Yes, I always forget that Miles Sanders was even there. I honestly, most of the time, I don't even remember that he's there. I think in my ranks, I've got Sanders like around pick 240 exactly, or maybe like 230 something, but I usually don't get that deep Usually don't have to. Hell yeah. Dobbins and Dallas would be fire. Let's try to make it happen. Jaden Blue, I think there's some truth to that. He's very explosive. Very explosive. Look at the Clemson game. Look at the college football playoff semifinal game against the Ohio State. You know, he had some good games. He's a gamer. Had some fumbling issues season long. There was a point where I stopped counting his fumbles. Oh, geez. I'm in a hole at running back. I am going to take Eckler on a B-Rob team and just see what happens there. I never take Braylon Allen. I could do that too. I almost never do Eckler and B-Rob. I don't think I've done it before. I'll have to check the exposure combo tool from Best Ball Overlay. I'm tempted to go Lloyd here over Braylon Allen because I don't see what Braylon Allen does for this squad. I don't like Braylon Allen, and Lloyd is correlated with my team stack. I'm going to grab Lloyd super early. I know that'll make some of you really happy. When you're on the turn, what else can you do? There's a chance he wouldn't be back there at 190. Well, he probably actually would have been there at 191. I don't care, though. At this point, I'm just taking players that I want on this squad. It's Marshawn Lloyd. Let me share with y'all. So I've been showing this a couple times. Sorry it's a little bit blinding because it's so bright. But this is what I built out today. It's called the 2025 Garage Tiers tool. Working on a name. And I know it's hard to see, but trust me, there's a lot of good data here. We've got ADP. We can toggle through any of the teams. We can pull up the Packers, right? We can see that Marshawn Lloyd, ADP of 200. I have him ranked at 184. Shout out to y'all in the chat for being bulls on Marshawn Lloyd. So I'm going to be getting a lot of them. He's going in round 17 where Dontavian Wicks is also going. Maybe I can get Wicks. Since I took Lloyd a little bit earlier, Wicks can fall to me. But yeah, if you are a YouTube subscriber and you DM me on Twitter, I will share with you this tool for free. You just have to be a YouTube subscriber and be a bro. Be in the circle of trust. If you're interested in this tool, I can show you guys more about it. I'm continuing to develop it. It's literally an Excel spreadsheet in a Google sheet, but I am a model builder. That's what I do professionally. I build models. I work with projections, all the fun stuff. You know, get off my soapbox. But I'm going to be developing that. I did all that today, and I'm going to be continuing to develop the tool, making it more interesting, incorporating projections, other people's rankings. Right now, it's based off ADP, and then I'm comparing it to my rankings. I'm going to be updating it weekly with ADP. I'll be sharing that with y'all. If you're interested, hit me up. And, you know, something that I'm going to use is the whole reason I put it together. So not trying to sell you on anything, just wanting to make something that I thought would be helpful for me. It's fun to look at, you know, after a draft or before a draft, get a frame of reference and, yeah, keep track of ADP. I've got my own rankings in there. It's fun stuff. This next pick, Mason Taylor would have been nice. I'm done at tight end, but I'm always surprised to see where he goes, pick 177. Yeah, Dobbins can make some big plays. There's no, you're right about the tender, Hartman. You brought that up again. You're right about the tender. What up, Putt Daddy? Hope you're having a phenomenal Monday night. Happy Cinco de Mayo to everyone. Not just Putt Daddy, everyone in here. Hope you're having a drink for me. 2562. I'm on Pat Bryant. I'm going to go Wicks, though, before it's too late. Just on this build, it makes sense to get Wicks. I've got him ranked quite low, but it's Wicks time. Running back wise, I think I did just see Shipley go before me. Not that I have to have him on this build. I'm going naked Hurts, it seems, which is fine. My running back room, though, it's a little thin. That's kind of what we were aiming for. I'm trying to land this one. Got 2 more picks. They could both be running backs. Wide receivers, to me, feel pretty stacked. Literally and figuratively. I've got Jaden Reed, Dontavian Wicks, Tucker Kraft. It's an onslaught of Packers. Got 2 Texans and a nice little trio up front. Yoshi Voss was there. Was he still there? Yeah, Yoshi Voss. I could continue to lean into the Bengals, which I might just do. Although I said I wanted to go running back. So what do I want to do at running back? Okay, I'm going to go. Okay. Unfortunate. I took Yoshi Voss. It's not a bad pick, though. I'm done at 8 wide receivers. I'm going to get some more leverage against the Jamar Chase teams, I guess. Only going to be able to get 6 running backs. Does James Conner, B-Rob, Rashad White, Eckler, and Lloyd +1 get us there? Honestly, probably not. Probably not enough at running back. But the QBs are solid. The tight ends are solid. We did a Packers onslaught. Our wide receivers are looking pretty good. I think we can get there. I think we need... What do we need? We would need B-Rob to get traded. Could be nice. Eckler to not get concussed is pretty much non-negotiable with this one. We cannot have Eckler missing games. Yeah, appreciate that. Yeah, looks good. I'm happy to share it with you guys. DM me on Twitter. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Just send a little proof, a screenshot, anything, and I'll be sharing that with y'all. What we can do is I give it to you in a view-only format. You make a copy. You save it on your own desktop. You can rename it anything else you want. And then you can edit it as much as you want. You can still toggle and play with it in the view-only as well. But if you were to want to update the ADP yourself, upload your own rankings into it, those kind of changes, you can do that too. I'll be updating the ADP every Monday going forward. And I'm also going to keep a log, so I'll have historical. So like what I'll do is what I've done in PGA Best Ball for the last 2 seasons, what I've done in the big board for the last 2 seasons is I've kept logs of the ADPs and the changes, and I have the latest ADP loaded, but then I have the option to toggle and get back and get a historical ADP. So that could be some fun things we can do too. You know, everyone loves ADP trends, risers, fallers, that kind of stuff. As long as I've been in best ball, everyone's loved the ADP changes. Always been a big hit. So happy to share that with y'all. Yeah, I got Marshawn Lloyd ranked very highly. Hartman would be proud. Who Hames knows it. I'm gonna wait until the 107, says Anthony. Cinco de Drinko, Cinco de Mayo. I honestly didn't even realize it was Cinco de Mayo until someone said it at lunchtime today. And I'm here for it, but yes. I think we can work with this one. I think you're onto something, Hartman. And I appreciate you all for being here. We're about to get into another draft. I'll throw it up to the chat. Because if y'all want to get on this one, the last 2 drafts have snap filled. We're going to do another one. We can do a 20-second, which I'm kind of leaning towards because we're just ripping these things. Or we could do a 30-second. If we do 30-second, we might have more time to kind of play the game. Is he explosive? And look up some more stats and things. But if y'all want to do a 20-second, I'll try my best to count it down for y'all so you can join this time. First 3 answers in the chat that have a majority, I will go with. Oh, I want to take Savion, but I'm not gonna. I took Dobbs. I probably should have waited for Savion, honestly. Take another running back instead of taking, not Dobbs, Wicks. Whatever I said. Justice Hill's a great click. I think Woody Marks could be something. I know some people are very bullish on Marks. I've already got the Texans. I don't have any Ravens. Might be nice to get Hill. Hill's got a roll. Woody Marks is unproven. I'm going to go with Hill for now. Hate me, chat. I know it's not Keaton Missile. 13 puppies is the answer. The first one was pretty nice. Me and Bindles got a Jaden Daniels, Dak Prescott stacked up team. The second one, we landed it. I think we're good. It's a Packers onslaught. We've got Hurts unstacked. The receivers are just nice. The way to beat a Patrick Mahomes Rice team is with a Hurts Rice team. The way to beat a Burrow Higgins team is with a Hurts Higgins team. You already know what I'm going to say. Jefferson, same thing. So that's how that one works. Let's get right back into it. I'll count us down. I'm going to show it on the screen. What are we thinking? No big dogs. The big dog, get out of here. Get out of here with that. Go for it. Savion, basically running back. Yeah, I wish he had the designation. Probably too much Savion before camp. I'm trying not to get too much. I guess I haven't taken him yet. I did take some Ty Felton. Third best running back on the Ravens. You just simply have to do it. What do y'all think? 20-second, 30-second, 20-second, 30-second. It's definitely a puppy. It's going to be a puppy for certain. I'm not really interested in the Schnauzer right now. It's just not doing it for me. The ADPs get wacky. At least with the puppy, there's some fidelity to Best Ball Mania ADP. We're doing 20s. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on. 7 more. Perfect. The first 2 snap filled. Get in here. Get in here. Get in here. Get in the circle. Lawsimo's in here. Hartman and Ant Wall. Ant Wall, you know what's hilarious? I knew that it's Anthony Edwards and John Wall. I'm assuming Ant Wall. It's got to be right. Or is your name Anthony Wallace? Let us know. Is it Anthony Edwards and John Wall? Are you hitting a John Wall? I did. I know that Who Ames has been in these Schnauzer streets. Roto Heat Craig is either just ripping through puppies tonight, and he just happens to be in our room, or maybe he's in the chat. Come say what up, Roto Heat, if you're in here. Oh, this is looking good. I know Dale's in here. I'm in the 12 spot, which is perfect. Perfect. Love to see it. Almost all badged up. Katie Griff is about to find out what Underdog's all about. You know, this could easily be a piss boy room. We'll see how it goes. 12 spot for me. Got Dale in the 8. Like I said, Roto Heat Craig might be in here with the 6 with us. Antwall in the 3. Hartman. He said he wasn't going to be drafting. He said he was saving his bullets. Here he is, drafting in the 1 spot. Love to see it. Yeah, Who Ames, and this does not surprise anyone, very sharp drafter. Has some very interesting ideas about his players and his structures. So his player combos. I think that's one of Who Ames' strengths that I've picked up on. His player combos, every time he breaks out another player combo, I'm like, dang, that's a good idea. I need to start doing some of that. Anthony Wall, yeah, I like your analogy. Anthony Wall. Okay, it is your name. See, I was still confused. I thought for a second there it was Anthony Edwards and John Wall. This guy said he's had 2 margaritas on Cinco de Mayo. He's back in the draft. Mentally, I've had 2 margaritas. I'm mentally there. Mentally, I have had 2 Nympha world famous margaritas. If you've ever been to Houston, you might have had Tex-Mex at the world famous, the one and only, the original Nympha's on Navigation. You get a Nympharita. It's just a margarita with extra tequila. That's the secret ingredient. On the rocks only. Never ask for it frozen. We'll kick you out for that. Unless you're a lady. Then you can have whatever you want. For your Bowers, AJ Brown is nice. I'm going to go AJ Brown with Brian Thomas Jr. I think it could be the nuts. I think that could be the 2 guys you need. For some reason, I have not been clicking a ton of Bowers in the last couple of days. I've been going receiver heavy. What do we got here? Also, I don't want y'all to avalanche me. If I took Bowers there, by the time I get back to 36, it would be like Khalil Shakir. There'd be like everyone would be gone. You know, Who Hames, the one thing I'll say is I know you were very bullish on Mike Evans, and I hate to see that he's falling a little bit due to the Egbuka draft selection. I still think Evans is a good pick. And I think in the time box that is the big board, he's still a good pick there. It's just unfortunate that I think it's a little bit tougher maybe to his he keeps falling, right? I've seen Evans go pick 40. I don't think he'll come back around to like 48 ever. But just something I just randomly thought of. Just a random thought. And we're off. The running back run. Anthony goes robust running back. Marvin Harrison. I don't think Marvin Harrison is a second round pick anymore. I think he's a third round pick, and he's not even that great of one unless he takes a big step forward, unless Kyler Murray is actually good. So I've been a Marvin Harrison bull this summer. I'm starting to fade slightly. What is my rank? What does my tier say? I'm going to jump over to the Cardinals. Yeah, I wish I could. I need to like color coordinate the selections. So Marvin Harrison, I've got him 27 overall. His ADP is 27. So I guess I'm right in line, actually. I have him in tier 2. He's in, tier 2. He goes in round 3. So as long as you're taking him in round 3, around pick 27, I'm comfortable with it. I guess what I'm saying is I think there's about 4 other receivers who are just in the same tier but a bit better. And then I always take Josh Jacobs over Marvin Harrison. Always. Could be wrong, though. Let's see Marvin Harrison have a breakout year 2. I think it's very reliant on Kyler Murray because Marvin Harrison already had good volume. He needs to get more efficient with it, and then Kyler Murray needs to be better. I would love me some T-Mac here, and you already know I want Lamar. I could do Hunter for a fun team. I haven't done the double stack with Hunter yet. I might go Lamar and then Zay Flowers, bring him up. I'm going to do that. I'm going to bring up Zay Flowers. I think he could easily get an extra volume. He's super efficient, super explosive. His touchdowns, imagine if he had another 2 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns that Mark Andrews had. They go to Zay Flowers next season. Bada bing, bada boom. And Zay Flowers is a round 2 pick next year. 1,200 yards, 6 touchdowns, 7 touchdowns. The volume could be there. Zay Flowers takes another step forward in year 3. So not that I'm fading T-Mac, but I just want to get the stack there, and it's a puppy. Let's make it work. Yeah, Who Hames about I haven't taken him since you pulled him up today, but yeah. The 43% Rashi. I love it. Love it. Where did Rashi go in this one? Pick 32 to Dale. Nice grab there, Dale. I've got Rashi ranked 24 overall, I think. Very nice. Incredible. It's a good point that Thad brings up. And obviously, we can all do whatever. I think actually being exposed to Rice right now is a great idea. I wrote a note down in my phone at the end of best ball season last year. It said no players over 30% exposure in Best Ball Mania because we're not going to have another 6-week hamstring injury from Nico Collins wreck this season. Anyone can get injured. 30% is very bullish. That's 4 times the field. You don't need that necessarily, in my opinion. I think you can get away with 3 times the field and be just fine. Hurts has been on this corner in the 4-5 turn. I don't understand it. In my mind, Hurts should be 1, 2, 3, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Jalen Hurts, and then Daniels. I don't mind either. I think he could either, boom, right back up there. Do you guys think that throughout the summer we see the quarterbacks consolidate kind of to one kind of area, or are they just going to keep being spread out like this? If so, like what's going on with Hurts being over there? It's not like he's necessarily tethered with Devonta Smith. Jalen Hurts and Devonta Smith both go in round 4 90% of the time. I would venture to say. I don't have the exact math on it, maybe 80% of the time, but you're lucky if you can get Jalen Hurts and Devonta Smith stacked. I think it's worthy to target. Have y'all been targeting that one? Yeah, Hartman, rip. You got Hurts, though. You'll be fine. No, yeah, who hims? I understand 100% what you're doing, and I agree with it. I want more Rice. See, I haven't gotten Harvey in a while. Haven't been able to get Harvey in quite a while. But, geez, do I take him over Ken Walker and Alvin Kamara? Maybe one of them. Maybe go Ken Walker. Fade Kamara because the touchdowns might be running out. Go Harvey or Henderson. Just get a little Harvey. I don't have enough. I just completely ignored my ranks, but if I look at my tiers, and I'm going to sort this by, these are my tiers to the far right. I can sort this by, sorry, it's so blinding. Let's do a little search. Select all running backs. My tiers are here. This says garage tier in this column. Tier 2, I think we're in tier 3. Yeah, no, actually, we were in tier 4 already. Got 8 tiers. Tier 4, which goes pretty deep, all the way to Pollard. I have it starting with Kamara, Hubbard, Harvey, Henderson. So Ken Walker, I should have known, was my last tier. No, I have Ken Walker in tier 4. Yeah, of course. Of course. Okay. Yeah, they're all tier 4. All of those guys, I had all of those guys in tier 4. So I'm just going to keep mix and matching. I mean, I took Ken Walker, but the point was I've seen Kamara falling a little bit. I still think he could be good. Henderson or Harvey, coin flip. I have Hubbard in tier 4. I have Mixon and James Cook in tier 3. I think I have Connor in tier 4 for sure. Yeah, it goes through Pollard. Steve is saying 30 is my max. 25 is good. I think that's a very, very solid take. Yeah. I agree that one of the receivers is overpriced in Kansas, but it's not Rashee Rice. It's Xavier Worthy. Oh, 100%. Yeah, the shifting with the schedule release, that's true. That's true. So these ADPs are going to change, not to an extreme extent, but some of the, I think, like within the positional groups, there might not be a ton of change, but like within a position, like within the wide receivers, but between wide receivers and QBs, we could see some shifts where the actual positions are moving around the board. So I've got my stack. I'm going to keep building out wide receivers at this point. It's getting thin. It's getting real thin. 84, 85. After that, it's pick 108 and 109. Perfect range. I'm kind of at a tier break at running back. I could go Aaron Jones. I'm going to go with Reed. I just took him in the last draft as well. I don't think I want Hawkinson on this team. Burden or Igbuka? I'm gonna go. I'm just slightly. I mean, I've got a lot of money on him. I guess I'm Igbuka still over Burden. I guess I am, regardless of what the ADP says. It makes sense to me. It just makes sense to me. Igbuka is going to be really good on the Bucks. It's a smash landing spot. I don't understand why people are afraid of that landing spot at all. And you guys can let me know your thoughts. Why are you afraid, if you are, of Mika Igbuka from the Ohio State? Just won a natty, played with Marvin Harrison, and got targets. Played with Jeremiah Smith and got targets. Played with Travion Henderson and got targets. Who else? Who else was on Ohio 2 years ago? If I think he played with, I don't think he played with Olave. I think he played with. I don't think he played with Garrett Wilson. Who would it be? Who's the other Ohio State receiver he played with? It was Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson and Olave and JSN. It was JSN. Jackson Smith and Jigba also played with Emeka Egbuka. Yeah, 100% JSN, but he didn't play much. Yeah. But, you know. All forgetting your guys. I'm in. Worthy ought to fall some. I think so. Hartman banned. That's why I whispered it. Yes, Steve. Steve has a good point. Excuse me. My concern with Worthy is that he's volume dependent, but I 100% agree. If the volume's there, like we saw in the Super Bowl, he can smash. I'm just a little bit afraid that it's too expensive for him. That during the regular season, which is a larger sample size than the playoffs, we didn't really see it, but we didn't really see enough. Too many drops, too many toes on the sideline. Okay, so I do get lucky. I can take Mark Andrews. I could easily go. I don't need to reach on QB. I'm going to wait on QB. Not going to go Sharps. Tootin would be nice on this one. Don't you think? A little bit of a reach. Let's pull up Tootin. No, I got to get Bateman. I needed Tootin there. I needed a running back there. Would have been nice to get Tootin with Brian Thomas. Probably needed that, but I'm gonna anchor down with Ken Walker and Harvey. Anytime I can get more pieces around Lamar Jackson, I'm gonna do it. I got Flowers. I got Bateman. I'm pulling them both up above ADP. You can't stop me. I'll take Mark Andrews, even though he's inefficient, not explosive. Splitting work with Isaiah Likely. It's whatever. Maybe Mark Andrews is the one I shouldn't have on this team, but it doesn't feel too overpriced to begin with. You know, the problem is, from an opportunity cost perspective, I was kind of at a tier break there for running back. If I didn't get Jordan Mason, Cam, Pacheco, look at this. I'm going to push it. All the quarterbacks are going now. I don't need one of them. And then there's still some receivers going that I think are overpriced. Shaheed, overpriced. Mims, overpriced. Kirk, overpriced. Yeah, Garrett Jason, just catching up. I was going back to the Worthy stuff. Yeah, can Mahomes throw the accurate deep ball? Steve says. But in that case, I think because, Worthy gets a ton of underneath stuff, tons of screens, swing passes, sweeps. Kelsey's more over the middle. Kelsey's the over the middle guy, sideline guy even. This is just me spit firing. I don't really know what I'm talking about. Worthy can have the Tyreek Hill targets. I 100% agree. That was my bull case, ceiling case for Worthy. It always has been, is that he could be the next Tyreek Hill. He has the speed, but does he have the connection on the deep balls? We haven't really seen it yet, except the Super Bowl and occasionally at Texas. But at Texas, he was notorious for missing deep balls. You can blame Quinn Ewers all you want. You can blame Patrick Mahomes all you want. I see a commonality. Kyle Williams, step right up. Trevor Lawrence would be nice. Okay, I obviously need a running back, so I might just go Ramondre here, and not a big deal. Ramondre is almost certainly going to outscore Kyle Williams. I'm good at receiver. I don't really need Kyle Williams here. So I'm going to go Trevor Lawrence for the BTJ hookup. It's got to be Ramondre. Got to be Ramondre here. Nice little value. I took Harvey over Henderson. Logically, go Ramondre with that one. 2361 build. This is a $5 20-second puppy. Got Dale in here. Taking ETN. Interesting. I took a ton of ETN before they drafted 2 running backs. I'll say that. Garindo early to Wall Street. I like it, though. It's interesting. Explosive pass catcher on the 49ers. Great team. 10.5 win total. Famously, we've learned tonight. The Jordan Love Tucker Kraft is very nice, especially when you also have the Caleb Williams and Colston Loveland and then Matthew Golden. Dale's team is cooking. I'll hate. Oh, and Nico, you're out for my heart. Derrick Henry's fun. Rashee Rice. I already said your Rashee Rice pick was great. DJ Moore's fallen a bit, but he can blow up any week. He's kind of a spike week guy in some regards. So I'll hate on the Travis Etienne pick, but it's round 11. If that's your worst pick, you're doing great. We see Javonte go pick 126. That's interesting. We've kind of been talking him down tonight. Mason's a good pick. I like Mason. Dude's a good runner. They went and got him for a reason. Aaron Jones has always been able to hold down a role. He's also always kind of split work. Historically, he was splitting it with A.J. Dillon, who I just learned recently has signed with the Eagles, but I don't know if there's anything left in the tank. Don't know what's left there. Yeah, I left Tootin for you to grab. Jaden Blue goes 146. I was curious to see where Blue goes. I'm going to have to move Blue up my rankings. I guess I put Blue ahead of Tajay Spears, and that's just the reality now. He's in a lot of ways similar to Spears. In a lot of ways, a similar pass catching effectiveness to Spears, I guess. So I'm done at tight end after I'm not done at tight end. I'm thinking about the last draft. I'm done at QB because I went Lamar, Trevor Lawrence. Yes. 100%. Steve, I'm just catching up to your comment about the comp between JSN and Worthy is still evolving, learning how to play in the NFL. He was 19 years old when he broke out at Texas, entered the league at 21 years old, had 1,000 total all-purpose yards as a true freshman at Texas. He's one of I forget the stat. It's been too long. He's like one of a very short list of people who's ever done that. Historic numbers. Do I need a running back? I don't need a QB. I just got my second tight end. They're both stacked up. I might take Dowdle before it gets too ugly. That's the move. Dowdle, come on down. Can he do anything in Carolina? Can he do anything there? I'm skeptical. I don't think it's a good pick, but it gets worse after that. In my opinion, it gets pretty bad, pretty fast at running back. I'll lock in Dowdle. Maybe not the most upside. Maybe if the Panthers are better than they have been, and their O-line is continually getting better, something could work there. I think it's going to be a 2-6-8, 2-6-8-2, or maybe a 2-6-7-3. I definitely want two more running backs. Or, maybe not. Well, I think so. I think I do, though. I've got Lamar with Flowers, Bateman, and Mark Andrews. We'll chill on that. Call it a day for the Ravens. Now I've got Brian Thomas Jr. and Brenton Strange, who, complete surprise, Brenton Strange going in the 13th round. If you would have told me that in March, I would have called you crazy. I remember when Hayden Winks was tweeting out about Brenton Strange in March, and I retweeted it and I said, I agree. I think he's a riser. I think instead of going pick 220 in the big board, he should be going pick 195 or something. And look where he is today. That was, of course, before the... Was it before the Evan Ingram trade? It might have been after. It might have even been after. It might have been the same timing. He quickly shot up after that. Maybe it was. No, it wasn't before. I mean, I would never draft a tight end 2. So it must have been as the news was coming out that week. People were slow to realize how much Brenton Strange should move up. He's going to keep moving up. He's going to be Tucker Kraft by the end of the year, by the end of the summer. I agree, Steve, with the Mahomes form. I know I'm late to catching up on that comment. What up, Ty? How you doing tonight, my man? Hope you're having a good one. Roshan at 62.5 has me worried. 62.5% of what? Oh, of your exposure? Let me know. Yeah, Steve's got some good points. Yeah, Dale's team with the Lovecraft, he's cooking. Tolbert's ADP must be fake? Why do you say that? Why are you hating on Tolbert? I don't want get-ins. I could do it. Take another rookie that I was drafting a ton of in the big board. Maybe pair him with Pierce and then just bite the bullet on the Colts. Why would I do that? Oh, this is a good spot for Mason Taylor. I apparently have Freiermuth and Schultz ranked ahead of Taylor, but I want to get some. I think that's a spot right here where you might as well take Mason Taylor if you're going to go 3 tight end, because it's really flat at wide receiver and running back. And then in this build, I don't even need Taylor to do anything. But if for some reason he's good, a lot of upside. Can save my tight end room. Brenton Strange could be a bust, a dud. I just talked him up and how he's going to keep rising, but it's because we're buying into the hype. But he could literally split work with Johnny Munt and have 20 catches, 30 catches again. Andrews, is losing his efficiency. He's touchdown dependent, but I've got Lamar, and then Mason Taylor might be my out. I didn't think I was going to go 3 tight end, but I don't mind it. Yeah, he is getting quite expensive as of late. I will say that. I would agree that it's getting a little bit egregious. You see in this one, Tolbert goes pick 150, right? I knew it was early. To the Dak Prescott. No, yeah, Dak Prescott. Wait, what? I did not notice that until right now. You guys should have called this out. Did y'all call out the Dak Prescott pick that Roto Heat Craig did at 78? Maybe he was star methoding with his CeeDee Lamb and he messed it up, but he has tried to land the plane. He's not making a lot of bad picks after that. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. He was star methoding. It's a 20-second pick clock. He's going to onslaught the Cowboys. He took Javonte. He took Tolbert. He's got Turpin. He took Roschon in a weird spot. EV for the rest of us. I don't know. Obviously, I don't need quarterback or tight end, so let me go ahead and hide those. Not going to ever draft Hopkins. I need to get him out of my ranks. I still have him ranked too high just because it's tethered to ADP a little bit. Hunter's fun for upside. 268, 2673. Okay, let me go ahead and do my last 2 picks. I'll do Hunter. And then Slayton, maybe. Not crazy about it. I think Troy Franklin's a more exciting version of Slayton. I didn't get Dimey Brown. I don't think I want him necessarily, though. Travis Hunter kind of put... I was drafting Dimey Brown and Parker Washington pre-NFL draft. Of course, Travis Hunter goes there. No one saw it coming. It's going to be the Brian Thomas Jr. show featuring one Travis Hunter. So I'm good with that. I'm good with the double stack on the Jaguars. Maybe could have avoided Mark Andrews, take another running back there, gone with more of a traditional 3 tight ends with the late picks. And then instead I would have had one more nice running back it was a teardrop. That was the problem. It would have been Tootin, which would have looked nice on this team anyways. So my one regret is maybe I have Tootin as my RB3 here. Giddens, Hunter, Harvey, spreading it out. I got some veterans to carry the load. QBs are stacked, literally, and just, amazing to get Lamar on any team. And a bunch of y'all are in this one. Let's see how it turned out. Appreciate y'all for being here in the chat. Draft with me tonight. We're about to rip another puppy. I took all the running backs, says Anthony. Yeah, you did. I saw that. Let's look at the board and review our teams together in unison. Since there's so many of us in here, we can just go back through the board with a little bit of time now that this 20-second draft is done. Would agree. Dale, we've all been there. Back on the horse. Yeah, this is a good point too. All right. Another puppy draft, another 20-second puppy in probably 5 minutes or so. We're going to be starting soon, real soon. Let's review the team with the boys from left to right. Hartman in the 1 spot. He gets Chase, Higgins, Garrett Wilson, Jalen Hurts because he was sniped on Burrow. Kittle, very nice. Pickens, love it. Pearsall, you lost me. Brian Robinson, fine. Pacheco, good. Tootin, nice. Warren, okay. Rashad White, yes, I do it too. Bryce Young, who did you backstack him with? Thielen, and okay. Yeah, no, Dalton Schultz, 216. Come on down. Good squad. Was there any other connection for Bryce Young? No. But this is good. This is good. You started off strong with the wide receivers. You really pulled off the 0 running back, I think, well. Next up, we have Anthony in the 3 spot. Thad killing it. We have Anthony in the 3 spot. Bijan JT, high testosterone. You're feeling strong on this Cinco de Mayo. You want to punch something legal, like a punching bag. Tyreek Hill. I took the analogy. I actually didn't look ahead to see that Tyreek Hill was the next pick. I take back my punching analogy. James Cook. Yeah. Okay. Let's see how you cook this one up. Jalen Waddle. Both Dolphins, that's risky. You're starting to risk it. Montgomery. Maybe not in this build. I would have gone Pickens. Myers is good. Downs, safe. Trey Harris is good. Najee, who knows? Who knows with Najee? I had so much Najee pre-draft. Who knows? Herbert, though. Okay, I see the connection with Najee and Harris. I like it. Pitts, and then Penix with your next one. With the Bijan, I like it. Leggett, why not? Keenan Allen, sure. JT, Gadsden, you know something we don't. Nick Nash, you definitely know something we don't. Feel free to share with the class. Overall, solid squad. Nice stacks. Anytime you get the quarterback with your first round pick, whether it's a pass catching running back or a receiver, obviously, it's going to look good. You're doubling down on your draft capital. Dale, my main man Dale in the 8 spot. Nico and Derrick Henry takes me back to 2024, week 17. Not the game we expected, but Rashee Rice, love it. More, like I said, this is good. Chuba's a good value there. I might have gone Mixon, but that's just me, especially with Nico. Olave, yes. Golden, hell yes. Caleb with DJ Moore, I see it. And then Loveland is fun. Love, oh yeah, we're cooking. ETN, like I said, your worst pick you made, but if that's it, it's not so bad. Kraft, great value. Dubs, we're onslaughting the Packers. Eckler's going to keep rising. J.K. Dobbins, we've been talking about the whole draft. Demario Douglas, I just threw up in my mouth. And Tyler Lockett, actually fine. Jerome Ford, also very fine. Myself, I think we already viewed my team, but no, actually we didn't. But we talked about it. Yeah, nailed it. Never Leggett. Probably not Leggett. Probably not. They draft McMillan. And if you're not familiar with the one and the only, the man known as Tetaroya McMillan, let me get you familiar with him with this little clip here. When I redo that clip, I need to zoom in a few spots. It's a little bit zoomed out on some of those quick transitions between the sideline catches, but you see it firsthand. And obviously, we're analytics driven here in the Fantasy Football Garage. Numbers first. You can't trust your eyes, kind of thing. But it's fun to watch football. We all love watching football, so let's watch some football. You see him catching it on the sideline. The comebacks. You see him over the middle. The juke moves. The spin moves. The yak. You see him catching it in the end zone. You see him working in the red zone against that UCF cornerback. He stiff arms him into the shadow realm, as we like to say here on the channel. How do you not get excited about that? Maybe because it was Pac-12 and Big 12 defenses that he was humiliating, and we all know there's only 2 conferences that matter in the big leagues. It's the SEC, the Big 10. Everyone else is playing catch up. Sorry to say it. Sorry about you. Sorry about your team. And that was fun. If you're new to the channel, this is just what we do. We draft fire best ball teams all summer long. Subscribe. You're going to want to be here. Plenty of guys in the chat are sharp, and they're drafting with us, and we're learning things every night. Ooh, yeah, get to know Jimmy Horn. I think I could do some more Jimmy Horn research. It's a little bit deep for Best Ball Mania, but for Dynasty, yeah. Yeah, analyze this. Analyze these nuts. Numbers don't lie. Yeah, I love that. Numbers don't lie. Throwback to the good old days. Okay, we're going to do another puppy, a 20-second puppy coming up in 1 minute. Get your fingers ready. I'll be the last one to join. I'll count it down. I'm going to quickly review my team, and we'll get right to it. Brian Thomas, A.J. Brown, 2 explosive wide receivers. You can't go wrong. Lamar, hey, I should have put him on the thumbnail. Hindsight 2020, the most explosive quarterback in existence in 2024. Zay Flowers, pull him up, reach, make it happen. You know, could be. Look at this tier. Realistically, come on, guys. Devonta Smith or Zay Flowers. Travis Hunter, well, okay, or Zay Flowers. DJ Moore, Zay Flowers. You know, pick one of these guys in this range. Do you want the rookies to take over Zay Flowers in their first year? DJ Moore, getting older. Devonta Smith, always number 2, second fiddle on his own team. Or Zay freaking Flowers. I think we're a little bit low on Zay Flowers, if you don't know that. Ken Walker, RJ Harvey, just having fun. Jaden Reed, Ekbuka, guys who can run block. Mark Andrews. Like I said, should have taken Tootin or even, yeah, probably Tootin there, but it's fine. Bateman. So we're onslaughting the Ravens. Trevor Lawrence for the stack. Ramondre, Brenton Strange, Rico Dowdle, Giddens, Mason Taylor, Jarquez Hunter, Troy Franklin. Just upside, he's a bomber. You know, maybe Denver's good. Better than taking, who else I was considering there? I don't remember. It was Slayton, I think. Did Slayton go undrafted? So that was kind of that. T-Mac is the only guy I'd have full tier above Zay. I can get with that. I can get behind that. Yes. Oh, who Hames? Let's all hope it into existence. The Bengals Ravens week 17. Fire. Okay. We're going to get into this draft in 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 20-second puppy. 3, 2, 1. 9 people. We did it. We did it, boys. Jarquez, ball nowhere. Hey, you're talking about Jarquez Hunter? Led the SEC in rushing, I think. I don't know. But he was first team all SEC. Played 4 years at Auburn. He's okay in the passing game. Nothing to write home about. But Bindles knows. Bindles knows it. Bindles coming in here with the wrench. As we like to say, as everyone says. Waiting on 3. You guys are on here. Let me throw some tunes on for a second. I'm going to stretch, get some more water. I'll be back when the draft starts. Don't you worry about it. Let's kick it to the tunes. Hope it's not too loud for you. No, this is good. This is perfect. Be right back. All right, where are we at? Start over. Start over. Hit the restart. Get back in the lobby. And get back into the game again. Rapid fire. I think it's the 4th draft. Feel it. Let's go. Lalsimo in the 2 spot. Let's go. I'm in the 4. I don't know if I've drafted from the 4 much lately. Dale in the 5. He's feeling it. Anthony in the 7. He's feeling it. Spartan, Matt Marvel. Are you in here? Hello? Some familiar looking names. But I don't know. Say what up. Let us know if you're in the YouTube. CD at the 3. Just when I thought I'd get my first Jahmyr Gibbs of the night. You guys can't let me get Justin Jefferson at 4. This game's already over. I've already won this draft. Just for fun. Oh, the Daniel Jones. We haven't been here in a while. You want to see something truly beautiful? This is Justin Jefferson. This is your brain on Justin Jefferson. This is what best ball was made for. Number 1 in explosive plays. In 17 games, he had 25. Not quite 1.5 per game, but it's at least 1 per game. In per play efficiency, number 2. Second best receiver after A.J. Brown, Mr. Justin Jefferson. And you already know. It's not surprising. I'm giving you all the answers here. Take notes. There's going to be a test tomorrow. If you follow me on Twitter at FFB Garage, do it. That's probably my tweet for tomorrow is who's number 2 among the wide receivers in EPX. What else we got? Oh, Bindles sent me a link with Arnold Schwarzenegger. I'll have to check that out, Bindles. I don't know if I can watch it right now, but I'll definitely check that out. I got to remember to watch that. The Arnold Schwarzenegger. What was it I said? I don't even know what quote I was saying. Related to, I said some word I never say, and Bindles, he clocked it. Bindles clocked me using a weird word, a weird phrase, and sent me an Arnold Schwarzenegger clip. I'd pull it up, but I probably can't listen to it. I don't even know if y'all can hear the things that I listen to in the browser, so maybe I'd be safe, but I'll listen to it after the draft. I'm starting it off with a little Jet and JT. Jay Jettis. Was it alcohol? No, I'm from Texas. We know how to say alcohol in Texas. It's the Be a Man clip. No, it's the one with Arnold Schwarzenegger. The stogie one that he was talking about. The one where he's like smoking a cigar and he says, Bindles, we'll have to catch up on that one. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out together. Okay. What sweet value are you guys going to let fall to me? Because I already know where I want to go with this. Do a quick refresh. Yeah, good. I might do JSN just to change it up. I don't have JSN yet. I'm going to do JSN just to change it up, just to get different for the combo. I've got plenty of rice. I'm approaching 40%. JSN's fine. He's good. I'm afraid of this. I'm afraid of the Seahawks, though. They're not going in the right direction. They just fired Ryan Grubb after they just hired Ryan Grubb. What are they doing over in Seattle? I'll have to ask them next time I'm there. Great town. Well, there's pluses and minuses to every big city. Seattle's not really affordable anymore. It's unfortunate. Beautiful place to live. Anyone in the chat from Seattle? Where are you guys from? Where are you guys living? Don't dox yourself, but let me know. I'm obviously in Houston. I've mentioned it a bunch. I wear the Texans hat most nights. RIP to the Rockets last night. I'm just glad that Tyler, that PPR's stream shut down during his blackout in time before the Rockets lost, and he could talk shit about his Timberwolves making it through and the Rockets not making it through. California for Lulsmo, very nice, very nice. You don't have to out yourself, but I will just go ahead out and say I have family from the Bay Area, so I'm there frequently. I'm going there this summer for a family reunion. I fly into San Jose and love it. Big fan of Los Gatos. Good Italian food, nice place to live. Also not very affordable anymore, but that's it. What was I going to say about? Oh yeah, well, PPR was live. I don't know if he still is. Let me check. He was going live super late. Did he stream at 9:30? He must have. I know Pat's live. Shout out. Yeah. PPR went live real quick for a stream. He must have had a long day because he did a quick puppy for y'all. I'll have to watch that later. I have to catch up on Pat's stream. Shout out Fantasy Dog Pound, and I got to catch up on PPR Tyler streams. I will probably tap in, leave a comment, and leave a like. Catch the first 5 minutes. Try to get to bed tonight, and then tomorrow, at some point, catch along a little bit more. Catch some more. Play catch up. For sure, 100%. Hartman's in Michigan. Somehow I think I knew that. But you're living in Bay Area, Cali. Oh, you're killing it, my man. You're doing very well. No, I don't know. Probably, though. Probably. Great place to live and work if you can swing it. From Michigan, very fun. Big state. I've been there before. Haven't been around too much. I haven't been extensively throughout Michigan. I flew into Detroit, drove up to a little town outside of Detroit. I can't remember anymore. That was 2017. It's a quick trip out there. It was winter. It was snow on the ground. Yes, Tyler's storm from last night is here now. It is kind of here. I was battling the elements. It seems fine now, but it was raining earlier. Oh, he was sick? Oh, damn. Feel bad for the guy. Live close to the Bay Area. Nice. So, when I say like Los Gatos, sure you've been around the block. What's the name? I have it in my phone. I could look it up. There's some restaurants in Los Gatos that I really like going out to when I visit my family there. Tons of good restaurants, but that little shopping area, the historic part, I don't even know what you call it, honestly. I haven't been there in a few years. Need to go back. I'll take Mixon. I'll take Metcalf all day long if you guys want to feed me that. I did want Kittle. Good pick, Lulsimo. I wasn't going to go Burrow, obviously at all, but now I'm staring at it, it's like, do I take the wide receiver? Do I take the running back? I think I take the wide receiver. I like Mixon. I'm going to push it a little bit at running back. I'm going to keep leaning into my strength, building out around Justin Jefferson and other receivers that you'd love to have paired with him. As far as JT, you got to hope that he's still in his prime, the workhorse, the guy. The Colts just don't suck. But they probably will. He had a long Bush Apple day. Isn't that true? We didn't give him enough shit for that. We have to shame him into making good choices, guys. This is how you grow up and mature as a man. We have to help Tyler out. He can't be drinking Bush apples. We need to get him on some bourbon. Something good. Some some Woodford Reserve, some Maker's Mark, to name a few. Stuff that I like. Oh, in Michigan? Yeah, so Anthony's in Michigan. It's storming out there. Okay. I mean, it was storming here too. It's been storming across the country lately. Dale's in Oregon. Nice. I've got a buddy, one of my childhood friends. He's in my redraft league where there's 10 of us. We're in like year, gosh, I don't know, 17 or something of this redraft league. We meet up every Labor Day weekend and we draft together. It's an auction draft. I talk about it sometimes. My main redraft league, my home league from freshman year of high school, my buddy's in it. He's moving from Austin to Portland, Oregon in a week. He's been in Austin for the last, 10 years, 15 years. Go-to bourbon. Woodford Double Oaked is just fine. I like Woodford Reserve. That's kind of my go-to. And then Maker's Mark is an easy one. I like Eagle Rare. I like whatever you got. Judkins is too easy. I'm a slight fade on a Dunes. I don't need him in this room. I think Judkins is the move. Connor's nice too. I guess I do. I'd have to check my tool. I know that I had Connor here. Tier 4, 62 overall. Where do I have Cleveland? Judkins. '61, 62, fourth tier. RB22 by ADP, Judkins. RB23, Connor. Pick your guy. What else do I like? I don't know if y'all have had this. It's called TX. It is a blend. It's a blended whiskey. It's very good. You might be able to find it in a store near you. It's obviously from Texas. I think it's from Lubbock, actually, if I remember correctly. TX is good stuff. Jacoby Myers, come on down. I think I want Jacoby Myers here. It's either him or Pollard. Easily could go Diggs, have an out with one more out at QB. Yeah, I took Diggs. I was between Diggs and Myers. Let me go Diggs. This is a team that can support Diggs. Maybe he doesn't come back super quickly, although he's looking pretty fine. It's between Geno and Drake May, and I'm kind of more excited to have a Drake May team. So when Diggs is your wide receiver 5, you know you're doing something right. If he's your wide receiver 3, you're living on the edge. Yeah, Hartman, what's your go-to bourbon? Give me a short list. I think you already did. Yeah, poor guy. We feel for him. Never heard of TX. Yeah, I mean, you can look it up. I'll pull it up on the screen, actually. Let me pull up TX. It's a fun one. It's from Fort Worth. I should have known that. And I've got family in Fort Worth. Bourbon Central. So it's going to be bright. This is a white. It's a blended whiskey. It's a white screen. I'm going to bring it up in the window. Shield your eyes from the non-dark mode. This is TX. Let me put you on something. If you're looking for a nice whiskey, you can drink it straight, neat on the rocks, however you like it. Blended. It's nice. It goes down smooth. $42. Not that bad. I don't know why it only has 2 reviews. I don't even know what website we're on, but it's good. It's a good. Change it up. Try something new. Very easy to drink. Right now is Redwood Empire Pipe Dream. That sounds like a IPA to me. I'm not deep enough in the bourbon streets to recognize that one. I like to shop at Specs, save money, use a debit card. And Redwood Empire Pipe Dream sounds pretty sophisticated. You got to put me on that. You got to let me know what that is. I'll look it up. Number 25, like. Oh, appreciate it. Hey, I never even look at the likes, but I appreciate y'all for hitting the like. Appreciate y'all for being here. What's up, Fantasy Dog? How you doing tonight? Slap the like if you haven't done it already. Make sure, take a look. Sometimes you think you've done it. Go ahead and do it. Helps me out. Make sure you're subbed to the channel as well. 500 sub goal. I think we can do it, guys. I think we can do it by the start of the NFL season. I'm going to be here streaming and drafting best ball all summer. You know where to find it. If you want to get on these drafts, if you want to get smacked around in here by my teams that are going to advance while you guys don't. I'm just kidding. Just kidding on that one. Travis Kelce, come on down. Actually, I'm going to push it. I think you guys will let me push it. Not that you'll let me, but I think I can get my way. I'm going to take Cam Scatabo. A little bit past ADP. He's been rising, or no, ahead of ADP. I thought that was past ADP, actually. I thought I took him at 98. He goes at 98. So I took him a little bit of ADP, but I guess that's where I have him ranked. So going rookie heavy with JT kind of feels nice. I could team stack with Jordan Mason. If you want Kelce, go for him. I don't need him. I don't need it. I definitely don't need it. Mason would be nice on this team, honestly. And then I'm going to think hard about it. I'm probably going to go Mason. No, let me just take Kelce. Well, I'm going to go Mason. I'm going to go Kelce. Back and forth. I'm going to go Kelce. Let's let it hit. Scatabo was the pick over Mason there. I think they're very close, actually. They do different things, used in different ways, but a good RB3. Click on Mason with the Justin Jefferson thing, same team correlation. Felt like taking Kelce, even though it doesn't help me at all with an out for like another QB stack, but I think Kelce's still got something, guys. I don't think he's completely washed yet. I think even his 75, 80% self is good enough to get it done. Pretty affordable. Made in Cali, so not sure. Okay. So it's just a local. I like it. I like the local, obviously. Buy local. Totally into that. I'll have to check it out. Appreciate you, Fantasy Dog. Hope you're having a good Monday night. What are you up to? Are you out here drafting? Yes. Don't think, get it in Virginia. Yeah. Steve, what's your go-to bourbon or whiskey? What kind of, what do you got in the cabinet? My favorite Texas one is Garrison Brothers. Yes, Hartman, 100%. Garrison Brothers is good. Garrison Brothers is that the one from Lubbock that I was thinking of? No, it's from High, Texas. I don't even know where that is. Where's High, Texas? Oh, it's Hill Country. It is in between Austin and San Antonio. Not necessarily in between. It's actually on the way to Fredericksburg. That's the Hill Country. That's the Texas Hill Country. A lot of good vineyards, a lot of good distilleries out there. Beautiful Hill Country of Texas, right in the middle, Central Texas. Garrison Brothers is very nice. You act like someone asked you where you want to eat. Somehow we got onto a bourbon conversation. I'm here for it. I will say though, having a newborn in the house, I'm completely out. My liquor cabinet is empty at the moment. I need to restock. I have not been partaking lately. Been a busy man with a newborn at home, so you know how it goes. Drake May, come on down. I took Diggs so we could get this stack set up. Logical to go Kyle Williams or Keon next. I don't think I have a setup for Love, right? I'm not set up for Love. I'm set up for McCarthy. Do I reach and pull up McCarthy so that y'all cannot take him from me? I would hate to have to take a Sam Darnold. Could always backstack with Prescott too. I don't really want to do that though. 11th round. What's the difference between the 11th round and the 12th round? Practically nothing. Close enough. I might go McCarthy here. Where did Addison go and where did Hawk go? Hawk went and, yeah, the Hawk guy has Jaden Daniels and nothing. He's not going to pass on McCarthy twice if he knows what he's doing. He's also got Addison. There's no way. I'm taking him. McCarthy's mine. McCarthy's mine. Could have gone Stevenson. Could have gone Kyle Williams. I think when you draft Justin Jefferson, unless you have an elite QB, you must take McCarthy. Unless you have an elite QB. Kind of hard to do it otherwise. And then by the time we come back around, I don't think Kyle Williams will be there. I'm not going to want Dak necessarily. Ramondre's easy. I don't think he'll be there, though, obviously. And it's time for another running back, although JT can hold it down. And Quinshawn, we all know I love him. Same thing with Scatabo. 3 grown-ass men running backs who will stiff arm you into the shadow realm. Russell's reserve 10-year. Long Branch and Remus. Very nice. Gotcha. Yeah, I think Russell's reserve 10-year is going to be very similar to TX. Very similar to TX. I just read the little flavor profile. I Googled it. I think, because I don't know that I've had Russell's reserve recently, if ever. I've heard of Remus. I don't know Long Branch particularly. I think I know Remus. I think if I saw Remus, I would know it. Let me see it. Yeah, I know Remus. Okay. Yeah, very nice. I like those selections. Those look good. Have to keep that on my list. Congrats on the baby. Yeah, appreciate it. Baby number 2 came on Pi Day, March 14th. Was on paternity leave for a while. I said, hey, let's fire the stream back up. Get the stream going again. I streamed BBM 5 last summer. I think I did 25 or 30 streams, but didn't go so hard. This year, we're back better than ever. Welcome to the Fantasy Football Garage. I'm Chris the Candyman. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you like. Participate in the chat. Get in on the drafts. Follow me on Twitter at FFB Garage. And yeah, also, obviously, you already know, you already love. Get out of here, Steve. Just kidding. You already know, you already love Who Hames. Y'all all follow him. Y'all are all sub to Who Hames channel. If you're not, click on his YouTube right now. Sub to Who Hames channel. I don't know if you can click on Steve's and get to the Fanspeak network, but I'm sure you can. You guys are already all subscribed to Fanspeak. I know you are, but make sure you are. Double check. A lot of sharp content coming out from the Fanspeak network. Best ball, bros, all the way. I took Spears. Seems fine. That's a fine pick. It works on this team. I've got 1 receiver stacked with each of my QBs. I've got 4 running backs, so now I'm feeling pretty confident. It's time to take some more swings at wide receiver, except there's no one there to take a swing on. What about tight end with Kelsey? Who might I pair there with him? I'm not going to bite yet. Go back to running back, get Garendo or Algier could be nice. And then I could be done at 5 running backs. Quarterback-wise, I don't think there's anything I can do with this. I need a receiver, but there's no one there. I want to sprinkle in some more Garendo. Obviously, I have 30% Algier. Dang, you know what I'm thinking, though? Algier is a nice leverage piece against Bijan to begin with. So that could have been the pick. 1% chance he comes back around. I do want to get more Garendo, though. I'm not out on Garendo now that Jordan Mason's gone. Garendo's. I want to show y'all something about what's going on here. Where's the search bar? Oh. Guerrendo. I can't spell. Guerrendo. Isaac Guerrendo. I did 2 R's. He's fast as lightning. He's bursty. Good size. Louisville. Prime of his life. Hundreds average. His receiving score. Not ranked because of low sample size. Small sample size. Extremely explosive receiving. Pretty average rusher. 11 explosive plays. He did play 16 games, but it's 11 explosive plays on 100 or 99 touches. That's 1 explosive play every 9 touches. Get this guy the ball. Almost missed my pick, honestly. That came up quick. Do I need another QB? If I do, who would I take? I have some ideas. Oh, shoot. How come Tua's falling so far? Everyone hates Tua these days. A lot of Tua fear. I grabbed Freiermuth. Dale grabbed Hunter Henry right out of my clutches, but that's okay. Grabbed Freiermuth. I think it's a fine depth piece behind Kelsey. Got the Metcalf correlation going on. I don't want Darnold, but I have JSN, so it makes sense. Anthony Richardson is easy to backstack. I get some receivers with him late. Dart could work with Cam Scatabo and then some backstacking receivers or tight end. So the world's my oyster. You know, I could pick any of these guys. I'm going to push them. I'm going to get another receiver here. I'm going to go ahead and grab Alec Pierce, I think. Makes it easier to take Richardson if he's still there later. I don't think he'll be there, but I'll take a Pierce every once in a while. I'm starting to get overexposed to Pierce, but things will change when the schedule comes out. If we get any other camp news that's going to show up. And I think I said I want to be done at running back with 5, right? So a 3-5, 3-5-8-2 or 3-5-7-3 could work. With Kelsey and Freiermuth, I feel like I could stop. I do want one more quarterback. Let's just see who falls. What's going to be there? Worst case scenario. We'll make it work. with maybe one of those three guys. Tua and Gino were still on the board, so I felt good to push it. Russell 10 is a good go-to. Yes. Yep. Nice. That's funny, Steve. I'm just catching up. I'm like 5-10 minutes behind at this point. But yeah, what you're saying. Andrews, Ertz, Bowers, Smith, Kelsey, likely. Thoughts, my friend? Okay, let me give you a quick breakdown before this next pick. Fave TDs at ADP value. Andrews. He goes cheap, so I don't hate it, but there's some opportunity cost because there's good running backs and QBs right there too. Ertz, I agree. Bowers. I don't think anyone hates Bowers. We used to take Kelsey in the 5th, 6th overall pick 2 summers ago, so Bowers seems cheap. Smith, I'm fine with. I don't take a ton of them myself, but I don't like the Dolphins. I'm fading the Dolphins a little bit. Kelsey, I do like. Likely, I think is fine, especially on Lamar builds. Can't go wrong. I just don't like how Mark Andrews and Likely are middling the tight end position for the Ravens. If one of those players consolidated it, the touches, the receptions, it'd be tight end number 3, which used to be Mark Andrews, and then Likely's pried away some work. Oh, it's a Jackson Dart ass team. It's a Jackson Dart team. I don't hate it. I think Drake May and McCarthy can provide for long enough. I would never draft Russell Wilson. You will never see me draft Russell Wilson. You'll never see me draft Aaron Rodgers. I might have done it accidentally during the big board, especially in a best ball mania. Anything can happen, but you're telling me you're going to win $2 million with an Aaron Rodgers who's not on a team yet. Things can change. I think Aaron Rodgers, his mind is still there. Is his body willing and able? He gets injured every once in a while. Aaron Rodgers used to be kind of injury prone. He breaks the collarbones. He does this and that. I mean, he's an old dude. Dang, hate to see Slayton go there. I'll make it work though. Theo Johnson is a pick. I'm probably going to stop at 5 running backs. If I take the tight end, I'll stop at 7 wide receivers. That's all I can do. So I'll get Theo for the correlation. I'm not in love with him as a pick. He's pretty lackluster. I've got Cam Scotabo and Theo though stacked up. It could be worse, could be better. What other Giants could I possibly get into? And the answer is none. So not the best stack. It's pretty thin for Dart, but I hopefully don't really need them. And it's around, what was that, round 16 and 17 picks. Don't really need them. Unfortunately, couldn't get Hunter Henry, so I'm single stacked on Jefferson and Diggs. Makes me want to go Belton. Or oh, I should know that. I really shouldn't have known that. You talk about this man right here, Steve. Talk about this man right here. I was gifted this book, by the way. Not that I wouldn't have bought it. Who knows? It's the Minister of Culture, is honorary PhD Professor Matthew McConaughey. He actually he's an adjunct professor. He teaches in the School of Radio, Television, and Film, which is actually a pretty prestigious school at the University of Texas. Very hard to get into, and very well-connected school for RTF majors. McConaughey was one such alumni. He's a minister of culture for the football team. I don't know what that means, but he gets to be on the sideline and wearing leather every Saturday. So I should have known that. I probably have heard about Long Branch before. I just should have known. I don't think I've had it. Oh, yes. Appreciate that. Okay, cool. I'll have to check it out. I think I'll sit in the dark, can't heal. Is your power out? You guys having some power outages? His mind is still there as a bold take. His competitive spirit is still there, but I want to show you something really embarrassing for me because I'm out on Rodgers. I have been for I didn't draft Rodgers a single time last season. I'm not going to draft him this year. Is Aaron Rodgers explosive? Surprisingly, yes. Above average. It's quarterback, 2024. Doesn't really rush, obviously. Number 15 in explosive plays. He played 17 games. Decent number of attempts. Passing yards is not terrible. Completion percentage is pretty bad. Yards per attempt, okay, it's not great. Rushing yards, nothing there. 28 passing touchdowns, though. Wow. But like I said, he misses seasons constantly. I mean, it feels like he does. I guess the last time he missed a season before the Achilles was 2017, but that actually hurt me because 2017, I was still a big Rodgers fan and drafting him often. Of course, he had the back-to-back MVP years, 2020, 2021, but we're not there anymore. And I don't think he'll be as explosive in 2025. And who's he going to play for? Right? Who's he going to play for? It's not the Steelers. I think we'd know by now. Yeah, Fantasy Dog, that's what's up. Yeah, Wilson is interesting. Is Tyler's power still out? Hopefully it's back on. I think y'all saw him streaming. I have to watch it back. Oh, fun question for us. And then, yeah, let's look it up. Let's look it up, Whohames. Is Davante Adams explosive? I do know the answer. I did look this up previously. What do y'all think? Chat, is Davante Adams the guy? What do you think? 84th percentile college dominator at Fresno State. We had insane college stats. His target share was actually not that impressive, but he was pretty young. Not the fastest dude. He beats you with his ability to get open. And he's pretty jacked for being 6'1", 212. That's pretty big for a receiver. Yes. Wow, he's only 17th in EPX or explosive efficiency per play. Number 16 with 16 receptions in 14 games, so one per game plus. Davante Adams, even in age 31 season last year, is explosive. 100%. Mr. Unlimited. Broncos country. That's right. Broncos country. I know. I did worry about that. He'd have to jump on from his phone or something. We'd make it work. Yeah, I get what I agree, Steve, that he could go there. They're maybe letting him figure stuff out. Yes, yeah, Jason. I think y'all caught him. So it's good. Good to see that. Good to see that he's up and gunning, up and drafting. Right. Was it just Adams and Wilson? Well, that's a good point because now I guess we're confirming. Let's look at Wilson. I did look at Garrett Wilson earlier too, but I don't particularly remember Mr. Garrett Wilson. Quite I would say, typical size for a new age NFL wide receiver. Not too tall, not too jacked. This is not Brandon Marshall, but he is fast. He's the fast one. He's the fast guy. He can get open, right? Dominant college target share at The Ohio State University. He was the man. Broke out, age 20, young enough. College dominator seems fine, but the target share was elite among JSN, Olave, even Marvin Harrison, I think, was still there as a freshman when, like he said, Wilson was. He's explosive. He played 17 games. He had about one per game. And number 28 overall, though. It could be better. He's somewhat compiling receptions, somewhat. And not a lot of long touchdowns, obviously. Not as much as you might hope or want. I think Garrett Wilson's really good. I'm not fading him or anything. Him and Marvin Harrison Jr., they're just a little bit overpriced. You could get some good running backs at the 2-3 turn. You could get, the good running backs, I'll say. There's other wide receivers you could swap in there. It's kind of a similar tier, though. But yeah, let's review this draft. There's a bunch of us in here. I'm in on Terry too. Also from the Ohio State University, just not the same pedigree as these other guys. Yeah, I think they're a little bit overpriced. My team, I mean, this is the fourth team we've drafted tonight. It's not my favorite, but it works. It's because we went late QB, Drake, May, McCarthy, and Dart, and then we didn't really land it on the Dart, Slayton stack, unfortunately. But you have Jonathan Taylor on a team and Justin Jefferson on a team. There's a chance. There's a hope. You've got a light at the end of the tunnel. Quinshon Judkins, Scatabo, Tajay Spears, Garindo, Justin Jefferson, JSN. So I've got the stack with Jefferson. Got Diggs stacked. Metcalf. I mean, this wide receiver room is popping. Pierce, Felton, stop at 7. This is a good room. I guess I have the double stack. I forgot about Felton. Kelsey Fryermuth, Theo Johnson. Might be enough. The Garindo one. I'm starting to warm up to Garindo a little bit more if he can get some volume. Who else in here? Lalsimo, let's do it. Brock Purdy, CJ Stroud, Saquon Barkley. I'm interested to see how you stack these guys. Okay, Saquon Barkley, hero running back. And you went Tootin, Benson, White, Neal, Marks, Marvin Harrison, and Ridley. Pearsall. You guys know how I feel about Pearsall, but you have him stacked. Higgins, yes, stacked up nice. Leggett, Dobbs, Pat Bryant, good pick. McBride, Kittle, like it. I like Kittle. I like this team. I like having both the Cardinals. You didn't get Kelsey, but Brock Purdy and CJ Stroud, that should be enough to get it done. Good team. Who else we got? We got Dale again. Dale, thanks for being here, man. Baker Mayfield and Jordan Love with Bucky Irving. Ooh, that's fire. Bucky Bijan, I love it. If you're going to go robust running back, it's a good spot to do it in. Tracy, I think is fine at ADP. I obviously took Scatabo, so we don't know which one it's going to be yet. I just never been a big Tracy guy. You get Jaden Blue. Let's go. Eckler, Marshawn Lloyd, nice. Gives you a little bit of a leverage against the Josh Jacobs drafter since you did take Bucky instead of Josh Jacobs. And then McLaurin, Devonta Smith, Cortland Sutton. You got Golden, you got Reed. There you go. Double stack. Christian Kirk, Coker, Mitchell, Hunter Henry, Cade Otton. I like the stack with Cade Otton. I don't mind 2 tight end there. I had to think about it for a second there. 2-6-8-2. I like that. That's a good team. 2 good offenses, 2 of the highest scoring offenses in the league. And you got a bunch of players on them. Obviously, it would have been nice to get one more Buccaneer if you could. Anthony. also in here. Let's do it. 3-5-8-2. Young, Smith, Darnold. Okay. Let's see how you pull it off the Darnold. I'm guessing it's going to be with Cooper Kupp, Bryce Young, and Geno. Gibbs and Kyron. And then Chuba, Charbonnet, Etienne. I think, you stop with 5 there. There's some correlation, team level correlation. Brown, Worthy, Myers is nice. You do have Kupp, Mooney, Brown, McMillan, Jimmy Horn. Learn ball. We're learning things. Jimmy Horn. Maybe it's a complete about face in the receiver room. They go from what they had last year to bringing out Jimmy Horn and T-Mac, JT Sanders, Laporta. Nice drafts all. Very good. There you go. There you go, Who Hames. In honor of drafting Cam Scatabo on my team. If you don't already know, you're about to find out. Let's roll the clip, and I'll let my dog out at the exact same time. Let's go. Anyone getting in front of that face mask, going straight into the shadow realm. Why didn't y'all tell me my camera was too small? Come on, guys. Keep me on my toes. Yeah, all-star light. I like to think of... I've had a lot of good comps for Scatabo. Can't think of any at the moment because I feel like I've just gone slightly brain dead a little bit from doing 4 straight drafts, but a lot of fun puppies. Great time drafting with y'all tonight. Appreciate you being here. Got some nice bourbon recommendations to check out. I'm learning ball. Jimmy Horn Jr. Be back soon. Maybe tomorrow night. We do some more drafts. We're almost there. The schedule is coming out. The schedule release. If you think we're drafting hard right now, wait till the schedule comes out. We're going to be doing 4 straight best ball manias night after night. That kind of stuff. Sicko stuff. Hit me up on Twitter. Shoot me a DM if you want early access to the spreadsheets. Good info. I've built this out pretty extensively. Pick a team, see the ADP, positional rank, what round they go in, draft capital. CeeDee Lamb, 128. 96.5% of the price of a Mr. Jamar Chase, 133, 100%. It's all relative scaled. Got tiers, got my ranks, got my tiers. If I'm fading them, if I'm picking them at a premium, Jordan Mason, you can compare between teams. It's all coming together. I built this out today. Literally did this on my lunch break. More to come. Drafting soon. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Throw me a like. Catch you next time. Let's hit it. Yeah, James Conner, Peyton Hillis. What up, Bobby? How you doing tonight, my man? James Conner is a great comp, actually. I think it's a good one. And then, yeah, Peyton Hillis is a fun one. Because of the powerful style. Catch y'all later. And let's... Oh, yeah, we did the Cam Scatabo clip. That's what I wanted to show you. I'll have to work on some new clips. We've run the Scatabo clip into the ground. You've seen the T-Mac clip. I think it's time. Who would we do next? Maybe we'll start to do, instead of doing just like the rookies, maybe we'll start to do some explosive guys like Lamar Jackson clips. Could be fun. I'm going to be drafting a ton of him. I'll think about it. See y'all soon. And have a good night. Catch y'all later. Peace. But overall, it's like the guy can ball. Like, actions speak louder than words.